Look at my dog. How cute is that?
What? The one sitting on the bench?
Oh, dude.
Look at my dog.
Sal when he wasn't neutered.
You know what? I got a few Sal clips for tonight, just random non sequitur shit. Sal had potential to be a really good comedian.
Oh yeah,
he did.
Some of the shit
sure.
you can see he worked really good on his on his feet, which is really hard to do. He had really good witty comebacks and shit, and he got completely neutered because he's a safe paycheck.
Yeah, and he would give uppercut after uppercut after uppercut for sure.
But let's start out. Greetings, everyone. Yes, I am not Mo. Dennis, joined by Mr. Judy Tenuta.
Thank you.
And of course, our favorite cat that it gets into way too
fellas,
much
how's it
trouble,
going?
Mr. Whiskers.
Take tea.
Yeah, Mo is I think dining at Nobu. She said she'll be joining us. Eventually, she started dining at 7. So she sent me a whole 6 clips. We'll see how long these can stretch out.
We'll milk shit.
Beth Ostrowski, who, by the way, is the cover girl of the August issue of FHM magazine.
Oh dear.
FHM found Howard's money.
Oh, stop.
Another uppercut.
Yes.
God. We got to revisit. You know what we should do, Xavier?
Oh, yeah.
For the summer, we need to revisit Sal when he was not neutered.
Oh, bro, he was
because there was some good shit then.
He was so good. Back when he made the mistake of thinking that Howard could take it. That was his mistake. He thought everything, nothing was off the table. No other shit, and lots of stuff is off. Well,
you saw the look that Beefus gave him in that opening.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he caught shit after that. He caught shit after that.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. The hits kept on coming.
You were disgusted when your brothers got books on Howard Stern, and you perceived him as being disgusting. But the day that you met him,
It all changed.
It all changed. Was that when you picked up the check and you saw how much it was?
Uppercut.
Oh, look at this. STDJS, disgusting, lumpy goiter, formerly Eugene. I love that name. $5. Stern talks about his mother's obsession with Judge Judy, and 2 hours later, a trailer for the new Judge Judy show drops. What a coincidence.
My bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. The hidden commercials today were they were off the chain. They truly were off the chain today, because we also had a Superman commercial, and then we had that. Yeah, we had a bunch of stuff today. Hopefully, Mo will come in with the rest of the clips, because I have 8.
Yes.
I have 8 of them.
By the way, do you remember how many hundreds of hours Howard spent telling Sally's not invited to the wedding? That was such a waste of time.
Well, it was so funny. It's like it's so funny because she had this facade that she's a sweetheart, and Sal just kept on picking on that. Eventually, you start getting the knee-jerk reactions, and that was a wrap, And
remember, what's his name, Chevy Chase. Like, I wish we could hear the real audio for that when he destroyed him at the wedding.
Absolutely, Chevy is a prick, but he set up Howard like a fucking chump.
He teed him right up and hit him with a driver, from my understanding.
He might have got that ready for months, like calling Howard, "I'm your best friend, dude. Bygones be bygones." He really tricked Howard. 180.
Well, you also realize that Chevy also knew that this was nothing but star fucking. I mean, he literally knew it was nothing but star fucking, so he was gladly going to go there so he can absolutely just ram it up Howard's ass. What's
funny is Chevy back then and now has a reputation as one of the most god awful fucking human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Is it how did Howard think he was special, that he wasn't gonna fucking just give him shit?
Yes. Howard thought because he went and made the all kissy and did his whole Hollywood Howie apology tour that, suddenly Chevy Chase is just going to be nice to him because he's kissing Chevy Chase's ass.
Yeah.
That's Howard's stupidity, and is also his drive to want to be, noticed by the kids at that cool table. not just be what he was, a shock jock. So there's
and if Howard knew how Chevy's comedy, he would know that this guy was going to do this.
No, he's too stupid.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a fan. What'd you say?
No, of course not. He's not a fan.
He's like, Chevy's a celebrity.
Howard has never seen Chevy Chase in any movie. I can guarantee.
Or an SNL.
And let's be honest, what movies were actually good with Chevy? Caddyshack was good.
Caddyshack,
and that's pretty much it. Fletch was okay.
Fletch is okay.
It wasn't bad.
Second one's terrible. Second one's terrible.
Yeah, but
First Vacation's good.
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man is not good.
Christmas Vacation was the first one, and the third one were good.
Yes,
but the other one was because that other dude carried it.
What about Al? He's so damn fast tonight. Spies Like Us. Yeah, Spies Like Us was pretty good. Dan Aykroyd though to carry it.
It was okay, man. It was
Still.
okay.
Oh wait, well, one of my favorites, The Three Amigos.
Yeah, dude.
I like.
But that's because Steve Martin was fucking.
Yeah,
good.
I know. They carried him.
He didn't really
been
carry
good
that
stuff.
movie. Okay, well, he's been in a couple of good movies. Thank you for reminding me.
What was it? What was the one with the what was it? Was he in Saturday the 14th? Or was that?
That's a weird movie. I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and he had the other one with the house with the was it Money Pit?
No, that's Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's Tom Hanks. There, I got that.
Tom Hanks and Shelley Long, I believe.
Oh yes.
I'm looking now. Is Foul Play a good movie?
No.
Okay.
No, Foul Play is not a good movie.
Is Funny Farm a good movie?
Okay, it seems like Good Times was okay, but yeah, it was okay. It was one of those kind of corny movies now in hindsight,
He was in Dirty Work.
What?
I've never seen it.
He was not in Dirty Work.
No, he was. He could have been because I fell asleep probably a couple of times watching that movie.
I mean, I only remember bits and pieces from Dirty Work.
Like, freaking Tom Cruise could have been in that movie, and I
exactly.
Through it, and I was like,
I don't know. So
look at people with reminding me of like some decent movies he was in. Okay.
Yeah, he was in some decent ones. I mean, granted, we kind of remember the real stinkers because he started just doing stuff to for money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is the ultimate doing a movie for money.
You know what's funny? Nicolas Cage's trajectory. He went from Oscar. Did he win an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yes. He went from that to just doing any piece of shit. And then he's done so much piece of shit like Corey Feldman. Now he's actually come up the other end where people are like interested again.
Well, the unbearable weight of unimaginable talent, or whatever the fuck that movie's called.
The Unbearable Light of Being?
No, it's one with him and Pedro Pascal, where Pedro Pascal is actually tolerable. It came out a couple of years ago. It actually is a funny, stupid movie. He's actually good in it. I was shocked. But he was making fun of himself. There's that.
Did you guys see Mandy?
No.
That's a cool horror movie. And did you guys see that there was a documentary? Nick Cage was going to be the Superman.
Oh yeah, with him and Tim Burton.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That's
the Spider-Man movie. That's the Spider-Man movie that Mike White just referred to. That's actually they're doing a live version that's going to be out. I think the trailer dropped a couple weeks ago for that.
Oh, I like Modern Problems was cool. That's when you had that GIF of him with the
it had like a couple good scenes.
Yeah, they had a couple.
He did the cocaine
things.
And the black maid.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess we should start with the Stern Show.
I guess
I have the show opening right here. Yeah, right here. This is the show opening. It's very exciting. Let's play it.
Wow, I love when I sing. I'm looking at this
I think
list.
you could have a song with words just like that.
I mean, this is becoming insufferable. And really, the opening of this show is becoming more and more insufferable.
How many hundreds of hours have they spent on this song?
It seems at this point, it's almost like like the machines are keeping Robin alive, and Howard has his hand on the plug and just looking at her because she's reacting like, "Yes, you're great at everything." she's afraid that he's gonna just trip over that
maybe
plug.
he's footing the bill again.
Dude, something's up. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah, because unlike what Mo says, I know that that Robin is not good with her money. She's been suckered out of cash way too many times.
Back in Stern Network, SFN. I remember when at one point she had 3 homes.
Yes.
That in the process of like a year or so bought, and then the crash of what's it, 09 or whatever it was.
08, yeah.
08, 09.
Yeah.
When that she sold all her homes, just completely losing hundreds of thousands of dollars on each one. And back then, like we had the addresses, and like she buy high, sell low. Next one, buy high, sell low.
Yeah, I mean she
must have lost $1 million in 09, 08 money.
Literally, Jackie has more homes than her.
Yeah, well,
no, but thing is though, then she bought that place down. She sold everything, got her ass kicked. She sold the thing in Manhattan, and got her ass kicked with it twice. And and then she went and bought that Jersey Shore home, which that she probably got annihilated on buying. I mean, because she bought that when it rebounded.
And didn't she live in Staten Island too?
No.
Yeah, and she lost money on that house.
Yeah, she since I've been part of this whole Stern silliness, she's like on at least her 3rd or 4th home. And she didn't do so well. She ain't a freaking genius, bro. And like someone just mentioned, had she just held on to those, she would have made millions.
Exactly. And it's not like she couldn't afford to pay the taxes on it. She can afford to pay the taxes. Yeah. The thing is, plus the big tail that she doesn't have a lot of money is that Howard had to pay for that first round, that first surgery and all the shit. He paid for that.
Something, yeah.
She didn't pay for it, which, if once again, go back to Mo, if she was doing so fucking great and had lots of extra money around, why is this guy paying for her medical care?
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. Like, why is he paying for medical care?
What's employee thing, the 100, and what's the thing that they're all members of?
112. The
112.
The corporation.
It's called 112 because they'll only pay for $112 worth of fucking shit. Then everything's out of pocket.
And that's why when you read, she makes X amount of dollars, it's much lower. It really is.
No, she makes that money, but she pisses through that money. Remember, she is more of a veal than Howard is. She does nothing for herself.
But where is she spending it if she just sits on the couch all day?
Dude. Well, at this point, medical expenses aren't cheap, bro.
But
medical
before
expenses and help. I mean, she needs constant help.
And bad investments.
Yeah, and bad investments. And also getting suckered out of stuff. Like the, what's that?
This new thing.
No, what's your thing before that? The group.
The foundation.
The foundation.
She's very reminiscent of like athletes that just like Emmitt Smith, all-time like leader and a bunch of shit. Yeah, now he's doing like boner fucking pill commercials.
Exactly.
Because or Holyfield or a bunch of these dumbasses. She's probably made millions and millions. I think she probably has a fraction of that. If that.
Oh, absolutely. She does not seem like she's the brightest.
If not, she's just in. I bet she'd mortgage her home or some shit.
Also think of it this way. She's so smart that when she was in the military, they overpaid her. She never admitted to it. Then she had to pay them back after they discharged her. I don't know if it was dishonorable or whatnot, but she got discharged. She
could have just. Yeah, I mean, some people just leave. That's not really.
But it was early. She left early, and then they caught her with the back pay. She had to pay back all that extra money. She's decided not to do it. Bumpy Johnson. Emmitt Smith is a legend. He changed my oil.
Yeah, dude. It's nothing worse. Like you see that he's got 3 rings,
yes.
And he was like the all-time in a bunch of stuff, and then like, hey, Emmitt, you know what? I'm having problems with boners with my wife. Hey, you should try this. Him and Doug Flutie. Like, oh, come on, guys, really?
Well, actually, the worst thing is my grandfather was a warranty manager at a Ford dealership, and this guy that was a football player on the Bucks comes in because he's going to be coming in selling cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking defensive lineman. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
By the way, go on.
No. Just like athletes in general, and Robin is just kind of cut off out the same cloth.
Yes,
you can tell she just kind of like, like the mother. She literally won the lottery several times, and you can tell she just fucking did stupid shit with it.
Yeah.
But by the way, I've been thinking about this. Like, Robin has been gone from the studio for so long that like all these current staff members, Wilding, Sam, Blit, Trainer, she's never seen them in person.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Like,
How she? No, you're right.
And there's more people. So like she has never, like, you need interaction to have a good show. She's never seen these people. She has no idea who they are. She's never talked to them outside the show.
And you know what? I'll even carry that further. I don't think she's in that pre-show hangout. It's not a meeting. That pre-show. I don't think she's there.
Her, Benji, Fred, they're not.
No,
there.
Benji's there.
Yeah.
She's not, because when he talks about playing guitar and stuff, she's surprised because she wasn't there.
Although, let's be honest, he could be doing it in front of her. She probably wouldn't remember it. She's like,
no. I think
she's got like that goldfish memory going right now.
She kind of turns on that Zoom at 6:58.
Yeah, if that. What was it like last year? We've always had like this trickle ex-staff members or people that currently work on stuff, send Mo shit. And one of the things that we were told last year was that they literally have to draw straws to fucking who would go in and fix Robin's shit because she used to be in that fucking fishbowl and her gas is so fucking bad. It's just like fucking, it's like someone put a fucking dead sardine in a fucking microwave and left it there for days.
Was it when she was having that weird healthy diet? And I mean, that stuff will absolutely make you rip. I mean, you'll rip a rat
and,
with that
and
stuff.
coffee enemas.
And apparently hasn't changed because they still have someone has to go to New Jersey and fix her shit from time to time.
Jesus
apparently
Christ.
Her fucking gas.
Plus
Although
Zoom.
I don't know where she currently resides, but that's as of like a year ago.
Yeah, we don't know where she actually is. They say the cats are there, but I have a feeling that some facilities let you have pets.
Bro, we how like our U.S. government, whenever there's something like one of those like president when they address both cabinets, they always have to have a designated survivor, like hiding somewhere. Like literally, they pick a government official and they send them somewhere just in case. We have a better chance finding that person in that location than find out where the fuck Robin is right now.
Here you go, Jeremy Harrelson. This is a great idea. We need Mo to catfish JD. Start a thread on RG and post the messages.
She'd have to say her name's not Mo.
Yeah, no. I'd rather like try to delve into something less grotesque, like one of those red rooms where they kill people fucking on the internet for money.
Yeah, you don't think? Wait, you don't think it would be really great to see this guy?
Yeah. No, absolutely not, man.
No.
I'd rather go to one of those like where you have to pay in Telegram money. One of those fucking sites where it's like fucking, they bring in fucking some like cracked out hooker and they just chainsaw her for fucking
cracked out hooker. Jesus.
Allegedly, dark web stuff.
Everybody
has to download the Onion browser for that one. For
what do you call that? The IT crowd actually had an episode with that. The IT crowd had an episode where it was a German cannibal.
Oh geez. Oh no, that was
It was the IT crowd.
Yeah. There was a forum back in the day where it's called the Cannibal Cafe, where people would exchange, thoughts on the subject. And I won't get too into it because we're on YouTube. And some dude put up an ad. Hey, looking for someone to digest, I guess. And someone replied, and they met, and they kind of did the deed. And of course, one of them is no longer amongst us.
Wow.
But There are sites kind of like that.
And the other guy only got like 3 years in prison, right? Something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's out now. Well, in Europe, usually
He's all better.
You can do the most heinous things in some countries, and they'll just like, you know what? He learned his lesson.
Yeah, like what is it in Sweden? Yeah, it's like you kill 10 people.
Those, like, yeah, exactly.
You only get 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how do we get here? Well, whatever.
By the way,
I have no idea how we got here, but
one more thing you said about Robin and her staff and stuff. She went through people like water. I mean, every week she was firing somebody or screaming at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then when they get on air, she'd be like, "Oh no, I'm a nice person." Blah 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 blah. I know we always hear she's nice, but whatever.
No, she isn't.
Al, dude, seriously, Google Cannibal Cafe and then type in victim, and then you will get more of the juicy bits than I can ever describe.
But we don't know you if you get arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, it's a well-known story at this point, but yes.
Okay, so let's move on to the second horrible clip.
Can I say something about the opening song? It's not even a B-side. It's literally nothing. The song is nothing.
No, it literally is. It was just a vanity project for Howard.
And what's his name? White Zombie or whatever. What's his name?
Oh, Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie. He wants nothing to do with it. He doesn't care. I'd like to see a set list where it's on there. Probably it's never been played. It's nothing.
Listen, I used to like Rob Zombie, and I thought his wife was hot as fuck, Sherry Zombie, and I love their cribs when they're whatever.
Yeah.
But then they got associated with Howard, and it's just like automatic douche chills, So like,
well, the thing is, for being such a good buddy of Howard, when's the last time he was actually on?
Not since.
You want to know why? You know when?
Yeah, tell him.
You know when? The last time they were ever together was during that birthday bash, and when Rob posted that picture of him, Steven Tyler, Howard, Slash, and a couple other people, and then he cropped Beth off the end and he put it on his Twitter. That was one of the funniest gangster moves ever, and he's never talked to him ever since.
So you're thinking? So I'm feeling that he's making up that he actually talks to Rob Zombie. Then
you know what? I could have missed a couple of conversations that it's been a while.
I don't think they talk to each other anymore.
To my memory, the last time they were in the same room at the same time is when they took that picture, and you can look that up. Birthday bash, Steve Tyler / Howard Stern, and there's two versions of that picture. One with Beth at the end, and the Rob Zombie one that he posted where he just went.
No, I'm kind of curious though.
Also, when Ralph said your movie sucked to his face, that's when things went way wrong.
Wait,
that's right. Was
he on? He wasn't on though for the Munsters promo.
I don't think so, dude.
No, I don't. think
shit,
so
that came out. We never saw it.
It's bad. It's
really, you know what? There's some
really bad.
There's some intellectual property that just they're done. Let them live happy.
Well,
memories.
It was really a bad version.
Fred
Close the vault.
And Al Lewis. That's the only version that should exist.
I mean, I don't think he was on. Let's see.
Do you like any of
2013?
What was that, dude?
Oh. X, do you like any of his movies?
Devil's
Rejects.
I thought Devil's Reject, the whole trilogy was well made for what it is, but it's basically pulp kind of, it's just B movie.
Okay.
And it's deliciously B movie. Captain Spaulding and the Devil's Rejects type of stuff is a fun movie, but it should never be more than what it is. It's not like, oh my God, I gotta see that. It's one of those, oh look, I can watch this right now stream. It's a fun movie.
How is this Halloween? Because I never saw it.
Halloween, you know what?
Yeah.
The problem with Halloween is it worked well in 1 and 2, the original ones, when we didn't know what Michael Myers was. You know, you when you give someone like that a backstory, it's never as good as what you thought it was going to be.
No,
in the first one, he's this unstoppable force. He's his shape. He gets shot at the end. Spoiler alert, his body disappears. We don't know, and that's the beauty of John Carpenter, is that he made shit like you filled in the blanks, which are always going to be better than anything you can see. And those are the best like Alfred Hitchcock was good at that. There's a bunch of directors that are really good at. Why was Jaws so good? Because you never got to see the rubber shark. You know, and you filled in John with that John Williams soundtrack and made it so good because
exactly
in
theater
head,
to mind, and you have to
exactly.
leave some. You have to leave some things, you know, as question marks.
And
Like this next clip, it's a total question mark. You're gonna love this.
I mean, 100 to 200. I see your point.
Yes, not the 2 is not the. It's
I don't like it.
200.
I call this the 20th century. My math.
Well, you're wrong.
It's easier. I guess so. Anyway, it says here the best movies of the 21st century. Superbad. You know what? I know Superbad is with Seth Rogen, right? And
well,
no,
I know
that's
he made
Judd
it.
Apatow.
Or
okay, let's discuss this. Howard doesn't know what century it is.
He doesn't. He absolutely.
He really doesn't. He has no idea how centuries work.
He's so rich, he doesn't know the time,
No,
the
he's
day,
so stupid.
the month.
This is stupid. This isn't rich. This is being
both.
really dumb. This is being dumb.
And not only that, wasn't he buddies with Jonathan Hill?
Yes,
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill came in multiple times.
And he did
multiple times.
And he's one of the prominent characters in that movie. And Howard had. I bet you he had no fucking. Still has no idea
because he's never seen it.
I think he got. What do you call that? It mentioned to him.
Oh, did it? Okay.
I got. Look at it. I'm a little brighter now. Ooh.
I don't mean to be a jerk about Superbad, but I think it's not gonna withstand the test of time.
It's no Fast Times.
No, it's probably a bad movie. I mean, it's a fun bad movie, but you know, the funniest thing, the whole point though, saying the 100 best movies of the 21st century, and we're only really 24 years in, is insane. I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. We haven't even done a quarter of it yet, and they're literally saying the best 100.
Do you want to? Should we look at the list or don't waste our time?
They only done 100 to 60.
Not only that, we're talking about a dude who's so in a bubble. He's like Bubble Boy, John Travolta. He has no idea what's going on. That's not part of his asshole. He hasn't seen any of these effing movies. And if he did see it, he's probably the whole time thinking, "Oh, I could have been in this movie."
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Never even doesn't give a thought about how it's shot, the plot, anything.
He's not a fan of movies. He doesn't watch them. Nothing. He knows nothing.
Thank you, dude. He doesn't know anything about these movies. Anything.
And I love him always saying, "Oh, I turned down this. I turned down the movie. I turned down this movie."
I don't know. Has he really said that?
Yeah, he has. He has said he has turned down this. He's
that
turned
one
down...
movie. What's Star is Born? Oh,
yeah. Oh, I you know.
That's the only thing he lied about.
Well, I mean, he's lied about a bunch of them over time because he's never been offered another movie because he was so bad in his only movie. I mean, literally, if you think about it, his only movie he was in, he was terrible in it. His own movie, he couldn't even play himself.
Was it true that he did sue that Melanie Griffith movie, or there was something, right?
I do not know of that.
Okay,
I'm not knowing of that.
Chat.
Well, who was the director? Is it Rob Reiner that for Private Parts? Who was the producer?
No, it was they had several directors. It ended up being Broad.
Oh no, not the girl, the producer, the guy who did Ghostbusters.
Oh, Ramis. No, not Howard Ramis.
Chat, save us. Anyway, when he produced that shit, Howard came to him famously and said, "I don't even want a script. I'm just going to be myself for an hour and a half and it's going to be amazing." And yeah, Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman.
Thank you. I knew you guys would come through. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I remember, like, he literally left the motherfucker. Said, "No, we're not gonna fucking do that. We're gonna have a script. We're gonna fucking actually do a movie."
I did that the first day, and they literally stopped him. And I truly believe that story. That literally they went to him, dude, we have. A
yeah, I remember you know, truth be told, chat actually makes me a lot lazier because I know I could start kind of discussing something, and within 5 seconds, boom. Like fucking the Wikipedia would be on there in chat for me.
Exactly.
I remember the night.
My brain.
I remember the night I saw it. I was so bummed that starring John wasn't in it. That Jackie only had one scene. Like I was like, it's not funny. Like it was the exact opposite of the show. I mean, we've been through this.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
Horrible. Yeah, well, it's because he got advice from from an old man who doesn't know anything about modern media. His agent, and instead of making the movie that would have made a lot of money, he made the movie that he was going to try to become a serious a celebrity. And he screwed that up so bad, because if he had made a funny movie and actually let Jackie be Jackie and have all the entertaining things that happened instead of the bullshit that he put out there, the Mein Kampf. Go ahead.
How many years do you think into the marriage that Beth realized it wasn't going to be Private Parts 2 with her in it? I guarantee you, as absurd as it sounds, that at some part her like, "Ooh, I can't wait till they make the version where I'm in it."
If they made it today, we'd probably love it.
By 20, I think it was within 4 or 5 years. Within 4 or 5 years, they totally realized that, oops, nothing's happening here.
Do you find Joey Ramone attractive?
Yes.
How about an ostrich with a wig?
No.
Okay.
Ooh. We have to find out when her last Maxim or FHM. That's when things really tanked, I think.
Well, the wonk was exposed.
She had she was gonna have the length of career-wise as a tan mom at the best, bro. I mean, she's a dime a dozen broad,
Yes.
She's tall, she's tan, she's skinny. So I mean, there's like 800 new chicks in Hollywood every day that could fit her.
But never took an acting class. Can't act. That was a huge problem.
Dude, her acting is legendarily bad. I wonder if she ever actually put any effort to actually try to learn that.
I don't think it can. See, I don't think it's smart enough to be able to learn how to act, because you have to have some sort of relative intelligence on how to pretend to be someone else, and it can't.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I take some of the umbrage. Tata Toothy, beef is a Tampa bullshit. Tampa, no. Beef is a Tampa 5. That is a Tampa 5. I could throw a rock and hit a girl hotter than her in her 40s. Seriously, that is not even that's insulting. No. It's a 5 at 6 at best. At best.
Dude, honestly, listen, let's just remove her from the Sternerverse. She's at her peak. She's very kind of average looking broad. I mean, honestly, nothing really. I mean, and the more you look at her, she looks like fucking that dude that was Beauty and the Beast, the guy that was in Blade 2. That dude, Ron Perlman. She kind of has that Ron Perlman thing going in, and I'm not
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's an insult to him, because I love him in so many fucking movies.
Exactly.
That dude is so fucking badass. It's insulting to him. But if you look at her face and FHM, look at him, you're like, you can literally say, hey, they're cousins or they're brothers.
Then you see those.
You would totally believe it. Oh, Hellboy, absolutely, Mike White.
I mean, the wonky tits. I mean, you want to be a Mado, but you had the tips done put in by the discount boob installer. I mean,
do you have breast implants?
No.
I mean, seriously, those are dime store implants.
Those are bad, bro.
Because in Tampa, where we are the highest per capita implant recipients in the United States, we are. Congratulations. Trust me, I've seen what a $10,000 boob job looks like, $15,000 boob job looks like. That ain't it. That's a $3,000 special.
It is. Yeah, that's a.
Those are bad.
I'm not saying it's bad, but when she was having the procedure done, you could probably hear the pneumatic tools, fucking impact wrenches. What about this one? Just bolt it on. Who gives a shit?
Seriously, I mean,
Ooh,
I don't even.
Those are bad, bro. Those are like, I don't. That's like some college kid that fucking worked all summer and that's all they could afford type of thing.
It was like an intern slapped him in there. It wasn't even a real doctor. I mean, seriously, they actually put him in crooked. That's the part that kills me. They're not level. How do you screw that up? I mean, seriously, I've seen a lot in my life. I've never
those
seen
things are
them.
rough,
I've
bro.
never seen them where they're offset like that.
No, I have like back in if you went to a strip joint like
Oh,
in
look
the
who showed up.
if you went to a strip joint like back in
Good
the
catch
early
right there.
90s, early 80s,
Yes.
you know, like they were just like it's like fucking like better lumps than oatmeal and shit type of shit.
Exactly. Okay. Well, how is
Well,
Jacob?
hello.
Hmm.
Hello, precious. How you doing? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Someone's
somebody's very
sauce.
tipsy already.
You know what? I made a point of not being tipsy. Okay. I am not
Sure.
tipsy.
Sure.
I'm just slightly. not
That
tipsy.
is right. Yeah, sure.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
I'm not. I'm not.
You know what you are?
You know, he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
I'm a line stepper. Hmm.
All right.
Hello.
What's going on?
let's
I
go to
just went
clip
live
three.
on Instagram, by the way, because we didn't do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have the ability
realize
to.
that. I know.
We've literally have done one clip in 36
Two.
minutes, and you know what?
Two
So
clips.
so
Two
far,
clips.
it's the best show of the year.
Oh no. we were waiting for you. We were waiting for you.
No, you don't have to. You missed
No,
nothing.
No, but we only had 6 clips or 8
we were
clips.
just yucking it up.
I have 25. I have 25. I was hoping you would get through those so that at least.
Oh.
You have 25 more?
Okay.
Let's
go.
Guys, let's start burning through this shit.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go. Okay, let's
This
go.
is clip number
We
3.
thought you
And
only
this
had
is
6.
no, I had 8.
No,
I gave
okay,
him.
well,
I gave him a bunch to tide us over. Until
So
he got
this is
yeah, well, we're
so here we
at
go.
this rate, it would be like a 9-hour show.
Okay.
All right, so
But-
listen to this.
But my question for
Here we
Mo
go.
right now is
No, I thought you said that you were all right, Spider.
Yeah, exactly.
I got bit by a spider, by the way, and I'm
No.
not happy about it.
Okay, little Miss Muffet.
Hmm.
So here we go.
Jeremy, it's New York.
Let's think of musing here. Just sit for a second and really think hard about this.
So when they were putting together people, they turned out looking really ragged.
Yeah, but if you're going to chop someone's head off, chop off a good-looking head. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't
Get a-
just chop a head. They used skin from different places and wrapped it around the body. That's why
What
all
is
the
the,
scars and the stitches.
Well, you don't have to tell me. I'm not a Frankenstein expert, but I like this take of like a really highly fuckable Frankenstein. Like women go,
Okay.
That's Beth.
No.
Very good.
Yeah.
you know what's great? Mo join us. I just can play some of the stuff over, and she won't know the difference.
All right, there's more. Hold on.
nuts for him. Ripped.
But does he
Abs.
still not be, or is he going to be a talker now? He's got
Oh, no,
pickup
no, he's gonna-
lines.
No, he's not going to be like,
Ooga.
He's going to be like, hello, darling.
Ooga.
Dick, let me just share with you what he's talking about. So they're doing the top 100 movies of this century. I know you went through the century thing. So there's this dude. So Guillermo del Toro did a redo of Frankenstein, which is coming out this year,
Yes.
and Jacob Elordi, this dude,
Yes.
is playing Frankenstein. So he's so excited about the fact that it's a hot Frankenstein.
Oh, yes.
Yes, hot Frankenstein.
Oh, ooga.
Hot Frankenstein. Hot Frankenstein.
It's gonna suck.
It's going to be terrible, but
They,
yes,
they need to leave Frankenstein alone at this point.
please.
Honestly.
Frankenstein.
He's done some good movies, the director, though. It's
Oh, dude, I
Frankenstein.
think he's awesome, and he'll probably actually do a decent job. But there's only so much you can do with that story at this
Yeah.
point, man.
Oh, interesting. It's a Netflix thing, which means it'll just be directly to video,
Netflix.
I guess, right? I mean,
Blockbuster video.
putting this out as a movie? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how this works. Oh, is Jacob Elordi not playing the Frankenstein? Is he playing the Mad Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, he's not playing the monster, I don't think.
Oh, well then fuck that. Okay, who cares?
Well, it doesn't
that's
matter.
a common
It's-
myth. People say Frankenstein. Frankenstein was a doctor.
yes.
Frankenstein's monster was a monster.
Frankenstein's monster was the monster. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See who plays the monster. Let's see who plays the monster. Oh, so okay. So I just
Howard
want-
plays the monster.
Yes, right. So Oscar Isaac, you know him from like that Disney thing.
Yes.
Yes, he plays
Star Wars.
Dr. Frankenstein. Jacob
Frankenstein.
Elordi plays the monster. So yes, that is true.
You know, Young Frankenstein. That should have been the last one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, you don't like the De Niro one?
No,
dude.
not
honestly,
compared to Young Frankenstein.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's just really kind of hard to.
What big knocker? You need to have what big knockers. Well, thank you, doctor.
Dude, that movie is just amazing.
Everything about it is phenomenal.
And in fact, if I have faith in rehashing some old shit, the fact that he's going to do Spaceballs 2 really makes me curious what he's going to do.
Is there anything better?
No.
Knockers.
Oh, Terry Gar was so cute.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, that's all right. There we are.
I already have the horse in my head.
I am Paul Brucher. Steady.
You know what that means, right?
I am Dr. Frankenstein. This is my assistant, Inga. May I present Frau Blucher? I wonder what's got into them.
I love this. I love everything about it.
Everybody knows what the joke is there, right?
No, tell us.
Frau Blucher is so it's Miss Horse Glue.
Oh. I suspected something like that, but that's awesome.
Oh my God. We should watch that.
The jokes are so. Oh, you mean what? Do a thing on that? A Patreon?
Yeah,
sure.
that would be amazing.
I love that movie so much.
So
you
much.
know what's funny is like Mel Brooks has done more creative things since the age of 85 than Howard's done his entire career.
Yes, that's true. Yes, Terry Gar was so hot. She was,
bro. She was a total piece of A.
And I wonder if Letterman was doing something with her because she was on Letterman every other month.
Right? That was kind of
I have a feeling there was something going on there.
Yeah, I could see his affinity.
Mr. Dangles, you didn't know this? He just made an announcement, dude. And the teaser trailer for it on YouTube is hysterical.
Yeah,
Well,
of course it's funny.
I wish we could play it.
Yeah.
You know what? Go find Mr. Dangles. Go find it. You will laugh. I mean, you will absolutely laugh because it's Mel Brooks being Mel Brooks. I mean,
yeah. All right, hold on. Let me see if we can do this, and maybe if we don't get away with it, we'll just delete it.
Do it. It is worth it.
Okay. Is there a trailer though? Is there an actual trailer?
Mel Brooks. But Mel Brooks.
There's a teaser trailer. Teaser trailer.
Okay. Spaceballs 2 official teaser trailer. All right, got it. Hang on a second. Hang on.
It's so great.
Okay. All right, we're going to play it, but I don't know if we can.
Just mute it. Fuck it.
38 years ago, there was only one Star Wars trilogy, but since then there have been a prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy.
Sequel to the prequel. Prequel to the sequel.
Countless TV spin-offs. A movie spin-off of the TV spin-off, which is both a prequel and a sequel. Not to mention 2 Dunes, 7 Jurassic Parks, 2 Avatars plus 3 upcoming Avatars, making 5 Avatars. 36 MCU movies with 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s, DCU attempt number 1, DCU attempt number 2. An animated Lion King, a live animated
action animated Lion King prequel.
8 Harry Potter movies, a TV series remaking the same 8 Harry Potter movies. A whole streaming service of Star Trek, 7 Alien movies, 2 of which are also Predator movies, not to be mistaken for the 6 Predator movies that are not also Alien movies. 1 Prometheus, which is kind of an Alien movie, that's true. 4 Beatles movies, and Oppenheimer. But in 38 years, there's only ever been 1.
Spaceballs.
Until
now.
After 40 years, we
Spaceballs, the sweatshirt.
asked, what do the fans want?
How do we fucking love Mel Brooks? Jesus Christ.
Because he's amazing.
Instead, we're making this movie.
I love it. What do the fans want? Instead, we're making this movie.
That's right. You know what? How brilliant is he at 90 what? What is he?
98. He is 98 years old.
Kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
he's
98 years old.
At least mid-90s.
No, he's 98. Seriously, he just had his birthday. He's 98 years old.
Wow. I love everything about that. Yeah, 98. June 28th. He just, June. What? June 28th, he's going to be 99?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, yeah. You realize he's the only one left from all those movies he did in the 70s.
Including Spaceballs, probably.
Mel Brooks confirms
half
return as
the
Yogurt
cast is dead.
in Spaceballs sequel. Wow.
Yogurt.
That's amazing. Yogurt, exactly. Not Yoda. Yogurt.
You know what it is? Is he's very self-aware. He's always has been. That's what makes him so fucking witty and
Brilliant.
funny.
It's fucking brilliant. So you guys went through the top movie thing, bullshit.
Yeah, we went through the thing. We
little.
didn't know what century it was, which is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's move on. Go.
All right, so this is he's tired, but there's also some other nuggets of just, huh?
I'm exhausted. I'm always exhausted these days. You know, the clock is moving fast. Always tired. Called my mom yesterday. I went for a walk. It was fucking hot yesterday. I don't mind saying how hot it was in New York. But it was, but it was
Get ready
fine.
for another scorcher today, is what I
Yeah.
understand.
AARP podcast.
Right?
But so I made some phone calls, spoke to Robin. Didn't I speak to you yesterday? No, the day before I spoke
No,
to you.
you spoke to me the day before.
Yeah, I called my daughters,
This is the conversation.
check in with them, see what's happening.
Killing time.
We're making some summer plans, with the kids,
Yeah.
the grandchildren.
Listen to this.
I have to do that because I'm divorced. Normally, if you're not divorced, your wife makes all those plans, but
You've literally been divorced
I'm a
almost
divorced dad.
30 years. Like, get over it.
so I
Well, I'm glad that you do it because it shouldn't just be the wife if
How the fuck do you know?
just because you stayed
Yeah.
married.
Can I say he's doing Gilbert doing Groucho Marx but he doesn't realize it. He sounds like an idiot.
He does sound like an idiot.
He's doing Gilbert doing Groucho Marx without being funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like, yeah,
I mean,
he's like, there's something called divorce, and when you're divorced, you get divorced. Like he just
It's 30 years, for fuck's sake. Get over yourself. Seriously. How is it even an issue that you need to make plans with your daughters now that you've been married over 25 years?
And they're all like in their 40s at this point.
Yeah, I mean they're old. I mean they're all old.
He doesn't need to call Allison for permission.
Exactly.
You have your assistant call them to like make flight plans? Does Beth get involved at all? Beth, who
No,
doesn't
there's
cook?
no Beth involved.
That's really weird that he needs permission to speak to adults. I mean, come on.
No.
He doesn't need permission. He's just
needs to be
upset.
stressed about the fact that he needs to actually make the plans. Like he actually has to do something because he pays for the flights. You know that they're going to stay with him. You know that he, asks their special requests are for foods and everything because Beth is obsessed with fucking food and she wants to buy fucking Fruit Loops so those stupid little idiot children of hers can eat it and then she can take the rest of the box because she has to buy the big fucking box at Costco or like Sam's Club so that she can have the rest of it.
Poor Consuela. I can't even imagine Consuela having to carry all of that shit out of Costco.
Yes.
Miss Beth, I had to buy this goddamn big thing of cereal and the kid's like 2 years old.
It's so big. How much can they eat? How much?
Let me play this for Mo since she missed it.
Look at my dog. How cute is that?
What? The one sitting on the bench?
Oh, dude. You see what I mean?
It was right there, Howard. That's not true.
Did you play a lot of that? Because I just watched it the other day. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been playing a couple here and there.
I brought.
You were disgusted when your brothers got.
Oh, sorry, bro. No, go.
We need to do a Sal when he was not neutered deep dive because there was some fucking gold in them there hills.
She comes off so dumb. I mean, she's just
really. You think?
Blonde. She's just.
You were disgusted when your brothers got books on Howard Stern, and you perceived him as being disgusting. But the day that you met him, he changed. It all changed. Was that when you picked up the check and you saw how much it was?
that look, that dopey look.
She looks so confused when he's talking.
Just dopey with those teeth.
Yeah, so
dopey. She's just dopey.
Like a window licker. I mean, seriously, that's a window licker right there.
What do you have next so that I can catch up?
Ray doesn't pine away.
Yeah,
no, skip it.
Yeah, skip it. Fuck it.
All right, we'll skip that one.
What you got?
This one. Here we go. We got Ray can't hear.
Yes, well, there's that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Jesus Christ, the never-ending fucking saga of Ray, who may or may not be alive.
Ray in the TV. That's right.
With the TV set.
That's right.
The place where she's at, the dude came in and he hooked up a special thing because all of her neighbors were complaining how loud it is. I'm telling you, it's like, you know, when they would torture prisoners and play loud music in their room?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this? What's going on?
That's your TV stuff.
Oh, turn that off. You're throwing
Fred.
me off.
Another great job, Fred.
Throw me off.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks for paying attention.
I mean, Fred absolutely just bringing. I guess he heard there was TV in his ear while he was on Amazon trying to buy new stuff for his motorcycle.
Right. That's right. So let's put on some stupid TV show from the 1950s that nobody gives a shit about. Tone Cut. Thank you so much, Tone Cut. This is a show he puts out. If I talked about this boring content to a random girl at a bar, she'd pour a drink on my face and walk away. Yes, she absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
That's accurate.
You wouldn't even waste your drink on you. Let's be fun.
Think you're a creep.
Say, Judy.
They would think he's a creep.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, they're definitely a drink over the head.
Totally. All right. What other clips do you have?
I have two more. I have the father advice call, which is that's a French kiss because there is so much here.
Fuck's sake. So this woman calls in.
Hold on, I'm just going to play it.
We'll just play it. There's
In
not even
Ohio. What can I do for you, Amber?
Hi, Howard. I need some advice.
Sure you do.
My father, 2 weeks ago, was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer and given 1 to 2 months to live. I haven't had the best relationship with him, and prior to his diagnosis, I haven't spoken to him in about 10 months. I want to have a conversation with him to tell him how I feel, but every time I go to do that, I just look at him and he's so emotional, and I don't want to kick him when he's down. And I know a conversation with your father at his end of his life. Whether or not he heard you or understood, that's another conversation. But
wow.
Howard never said he had like a last conversation with his dad, did he?
He did. He made up, and it was pure bullshit because it was the violin player or somebody was there.
Oh, right, and you know he was
player.
high on morphine. You know he was like end of life care, and
I mean, but so let's step back for a second. First of all, we're going on the whole. This is on the premise that Howard never had any type of relationship with Ben. Ben not only helped Howard get into radio, he helped him while he was on radio. He helped him get his jobs. When he was on K-Rock, he'd call in all the time and give him advice on this and that when dealing with the station or dealing with talents, because he used to call in a lot in the 80s and the 90s.
Sure.
And honestly, Ben did so much for this little cretin, and to him to say that he didn't have any relationship with him was absolute bullshit at this point.
Ben wouldn't come on a lot as an on-air personality. No, just normal.
That's
it was totally normal.
And the second part, though, is why doesn't she ask about him, how his daughters relate to him? Because he was a fucking absentee father who did nothing for them. Literally, he messed Emily up so bad that now she's singing Jewish hymns on YouTube in off key with the same 3 chords. I mean, there's something really going wrong with that girl.
By the way, the Jewish clip of singing that Xavier plays is so delicious on its own, and Xavier sped it up so that we wouldn't get in trouble for it, but it sounds so much better sped up. And then there's all these little white Jewish kids dancing behind him, and it's just as ridiculous as a music video can get. I love that a music video and he dresses in like his,
full Hasidim,
daily smelly black Hasidim fucking suit.
You know what? Well, Emily should hook up with them. That would be a great time.
But that's like Batman not wearing the bat suit in the Batcave. Come on.
That is true.
That is true. That is true. All right. What else do you got, sweetie pie?
I have.
You got the next clip. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
so,
HR, or porn.
So he just dumps this chick off the phone after he talks about his conversation with his dad, and decides, he has to go on to the next screen and the next page, and he's going to play a game called HR or porn. So now, what has to happen with this? All right, I have this, so I'm going to take yours.
Okay, I'll take this down.
If you don't mind.
Sure, I don't mind at all.
Okay, so we're going to play the game. So let's play the HR or porn game, and you guys let me know whether or not the clip he plays is from an HR video or from a porn. Okay, guys? And
sure. And you know who the only person playing was Blobbin?
Of course, because it always is.
Thing around here. Let's play. Is it HR or an actual porn?
And there's always a music bed to it because 91 people. Sure.
Do a good job here. You get a little bit extra.
HR or porn?
I want to see you in my office. I think we should start talking about putting a plan together just for the two of us.
All right, I'll play you a clip, Robin. You tell me if the clip is from an HR training film or an actual porn.
All right, guys, you're going to play along, Mr. Judy.
I've listened.
I'm listening. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything. Go.
Xavier, do you know?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, here's the first clip. Listen to this.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Well, our goal is to meet your expectations in every way.
Good. Because I've got some expectations.
I hate to see it come to that.
I would too. What you say we go upstairs right now and work on my expectations?
Okay.
HR.
Xavier.
Porn. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go yin yang with.
No, actually, it's HR.
HR. Yeah.
And it's one of
like
those.
I said, I'm just gonna go yin yang. Whatever.
It's one of those what not to do in a situation.
So you can't do that.
Right. You can't.
So wait. So you can't go into a bathroom at work and just say, "Hey, nice cock."
No,
it
sounded in the Stern show.
It sounded too cheesy. That's why I went HR.
That's too cheesy. Yeah. The acting wasn't good enough to be porn.
Exactly.
Or like the script was like really.
They didn't have Jackie punch it up.
Yeah.
So this went on for about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, there's no more?
Okay. Well, she got them all right because the music beds were all the same from the one HR video that I guess they took it from, and so it was easy to figure out, and so it was a stupid game which meant absolutely nothing. Nobody won a prize.
They killed time. They killed 20 minutes
and they killed some time. Do you have any more clips?
No, that's it. I'm done.
So here's what happened with clips today. So what I usually do is I record them on my phone as MP4s, and then I send them to myself on my computer. And then I convert them to MP3s and I name them, and then I put them on my VLC media player. So I'm telling you this because when I transferred them all to convert to MP3s, they got jumbled up. So nothing was in sequential order. So I have no idea what the sequence of events is after the HR or porn thing.
I have an idea.
It's just a ramble. So if you tell me what was next, I can then play a clip that goes to it. If you can follow the bouncing ball. If you can't, that's okay, because I can go right into Mehmet could have had Robin, and then I can go into Robin's emails.
I without looking at the listening thread, I can't tell you because
it almost doesn't matter.
I don't even think that came up in the listening thread.
Can we go back to talking?
Actually.
Can you go back to talking about red rooms? Something a little bit less depressing.
Red room.
Wait, wasn't it? Wait, the next thing, if I remember, oh my God! Here we go. I think it was big. Was it Bigfoot again?
Okay, we're gonna skip all that because who cares?
Buckwald, Texas call about Sternthology bringing up summer break. So Robin is hot.
Yeah, Robin is hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
So you've gotten me through a lot of dark times in my life. So thank you very much. A couple weeks ago on Sternthology Live, your buddy Mehmet was talking to Rasan about how he could have had Robin sexually before he got married, and I thought we should cover this before we go to summer break.
So we're basically talking about 30-something-year-old guys on the staff wanting to bed the cancer-laden 73 overweight Black woman on the show. And then they followed it up with Sal also.
Who's got a terrible personality.
Yes. It was a horrible human being. Who,
I mean, wait, Mehmet is how old is he?
I don't know. He's probably like 40 now. Who knows?
I don't think he's that old. I think he's in his mid-30s. So, I mean, honestly, even 10 years ago, Robin was still cancer-ridden and overweight. I mean, she was in her 60s. I mean, no.
And we were hearing about his dating life every second. He had enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's no part of it that let's say Mehmet Walker age.
That was just absolutely, this is farcical. I mean, once again, there was just so many farcical things on the show today, and this was like
Dennis, more like Robin was begging to hang out with Mehmet.
Probably.
But by the way, Mehmet also fluffed up nicely. I don't know if you remember that Mehmet got to like a very, very chubby face.
Is that now?
No, this is 2 years ago. He's lost weight since then, but he fluffed up nicely.
Well, that's because he met that broad. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on with Mehmet anymore.
Well, no, you get complacent. You get complacent.
He's got a nice haircut like a Hitler Youth, and
it's not the best haircut there.
Not the best haircut. No. Not the best haircut. He looks like Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
You like that? Let me see. Gary.
That's not a great look. Though.
Remember, he was dating a married woman, and Howard kept asking him questions, and he like freaked out and ran away.
Yeah, that's the haircut.
Oh,
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, he's right there, man.
He's
right there.
All right, let's move on. Let me see what I got next. Robin's email. I don't even know where this comes in on the show, but apparently Bubba had reached out to Howard to let him know that, you know, he was thinking about Robin.
Gary was next. If you had
right,
Gary.
and then Gary Total Wine.
Laugh at Gary's teeth.
Because I got Gary Total Wine, which I kind of love.
No, that was later.
So Gary Headshots was first?
Yes.
Okay, fabulous. I'll go there.
And Victory Laps.
I'll go to Gary's Headshots. Here we go.
Gary getting headshots drove me so crazy the day we talked about it on the air, and then the listeners wrote in, and I got even crazier about it. But then I let go of it. I said, okay, Gary has to have 2 headshots. He tied up the photographer. I'm driving in my car the other day. I got my dermatology appointment. And I turn on the radio randomly. What am I listening to? Gary and the headshots. Just happened to pop on. So I got crazy all over again. I'm in the car. That motherfucker, what? He's with that busy. Does that work? He's busy with headshots, outfit changes. I said, I'm listening.
I'm not the only person with headshots here.
And I'm
not even close.
I'm focused on you now.
That's right. And you're right, Jamie. Still no Gary Tofungus clips on the Stern Show.
You know what my thought is?
I love your thought. That's a good thought.
The doctor didn't approve the video being released.
Yeah, because it was so stupid and so outrageous that
it's embarrassing, actually.
Who would go to a toe doctor where they're going to put like tarps down on the floor and dressed in hazmat outfits? And I'm thinking that it shines poorly upon her. So here's Gary on his Insta Stupidgram. Pick my new headshot. So he went through 400 photos that apparently they took of him. And, Howard made such a big deal of it. But honestly, it's just digital. I mean, it's just on a friggin',
400.
Wait. But Mo, what's even funnier is that Howard thought that the photographer had to take that many pictures
and print
because he has to print out that many pictures.
Yes.
Like Howard doesn't understand you can have one and make multiple copies of one picture.
How does he not understand that? Knowing that
he's a moron.
He did photography. He should know.
Dumbass, bro.
Did Gary say why he did these?
Yes, because apparently he wanted to update them with his new teeth, and he lost a little weight, so he thinks he looks different. And apparently,
I guess he's getting ready to get a new job.
Exactly,
a job.
I hear that this photographer did a great job with the kid from The Mask after he was done with Jerry.
But you know what the truth is? Okay, so here's picture 1 and here's picture 2. But so I did a blow up of it, and I swear to God, there is no part of me that thinks that those are fucking fixed teeth.
It looks like a graveyard. It really does.
I mean, if you do the meridian line, this tooth is literally like a quarter of an inch.
It's a snaggle tooth.
His eyes are really weird.
His eyes are really
this photographer did much better work on National Geographic. I mean, because this is not its place.
I'm gonna give Gary a compliment. Everybody knows who he is. He doesn't need a headshot.
No, but he likes people like to have autographs, so they ask him for like autograph shots and stuff like that. I mean,
he's carrying a stack in the street.
I want to know who's actually asking for autograph.
I think when people come to Sirius
Comic-Con,
apparently he gets asked for autographs. I don't know. People, I don't know.
So he walks around with a stack. Okay.
Right. He has them in his desk. He signs them and he gives them off to one of his 3 assistants or 4 assistants. He has like 4 assistants.
91 assistants.
Well, 91 people. Gary has like 4 or 5 people under him that are all assistants. None of them do we know their names or anything about them.
No.
But this man has 4 or 5 assistants helping him do whatever the fuck it is that he does. Oh, look, both are handsome, says John Stamos, that kiss ass.
Jesus Christ. What has happened to John Stamos?
I guess he's free now that the Breach Boys are gone.
He's basically fucking more attractive Dustin Diamond. Fuck's sake, come on.
Yeah. So that is Gary's headshot scenario. All right, let me see what's next on my schedule of shit.
Hold on, I can tell you what.
Headshot.
But you know what?
Sam Victory Lap
was next.
Yes, that was next. We went straight into that. The Stafford poll and then Sam Victory Lap.
To end the thought with Gary is the fact that he thinks, like, this time next year, those could be. My husband really needs milk money. Do you mind? Like, it's gonna be that picture's gonna be on a GoFundMe 1 year from now.
You know what? Gary makes enough money. I don't think he needs to work. Let's be honest.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what I don't know.
Multi-million-dollar home. He rents now.
Yeah, that was put in his wife's name mysteriously.
Well, I think they did that for tax purposes, but okay.
Oh, well, okay.
So did we get to the caller asking who would be first to leave if Howard resigns?
That's later, but no. First is the next thing that actually happened was the victory lap for the staffer thing, and then Sam coming in.
Okay, poll victory lap. Let me see what I got here. Hang on, here we go. Dear Ronnie, keep reaching for the stars. Oh my God, I should totally write in for an autograph picture. That would be amazing. All right, here we go.
So for not getting it and being fake, they say Sal is fake. Sounds like to me the boys on that show can't take the heat of having a witty female as competition.
Who would write that?
Sam wrote that. Sam wrote that. You know that.
Too bad we didn't have a category for who's the most smoking hot staffer. Sam
wrote that.
Landslide. Evidently,
there you go.
This fan finds Sam very sexy. Very sexy.
Sam wrote that also.
Sure. And then Sam comes in and says, I don't really care if people don't like me. You either like me or you don't like me.
Bullshit.
And I don't give a shit. So here's some more letters defending Sam.
Samantha took a couple of knocks in the off-air poll.
Yeah.
But she has a lot of defenders, Samantha. The awards Sam receives are bullshit. Jason is the biggest kiss ass on the show. Sal doesn't get anything and is also the most fake. So for not getting it and being fake, they say Sal is fake.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? I don't even care.
Literally, it's so transparent who wrote those.
You know, Howard
did not write those.
Howard, go to the phones live. If you instead of fucking feeding us this bullshit clearly written by your staff and pretending that's feedback, go open up your fucking lines, bro.
That's funny.
I'll go in.
Get real people on. That's funny.
Yeah. What I mean is the fact that he thinks it's entertainment.
I've tried.
And
you just basically get put on. You get you ask, they ask, and then they just kind of all of a sudden you're on hold, then you get hung up on. Literally, they don't want a real call
at this point.
They don't want a real call.
Oh,
they don't want a real call.
They don't want a fucking real call.
They don't want a real call right now.
If you guys loved me, honestly, you would do a phony phone call. You would call in with some stupid bullshit remark about how amazing his guitar is.
I can't.
You know what, Mo? I will do that. You know, the first words out of my mouth will be,
"Hello, faggot lovers everywhere."
All right, you're right, G Canada. Gary spent more money over the years than Latrell Sprewell. Monique, you did a show that proved Gary owed $1.6 million on that mortgage at 60 years old, just before he sold it. Yeah, very true.
And wasn't that at the same time that he was visiting one of his sons in LA a lot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, it was Melissa.
Laundry
room. I've tried to call in. They leave you on hold, and the show is over. Absolutely. They don't want
because it needs to be something that touches
set up.
something
No, it needs to be set up.
No, I
That's
get
why they have Wranglers. That's why they have Wranglers.
I get the setup.
Didn't you say somebody snuck Stuttering John's name in today?
I got that. We're gonna play it.
So it's possible. What you're saying, Mo? It's possible. It's possible to get through. Yeah.
You know what? It's possible to give him a bullshit line that he wants to hear, so that he will pick up on you. It's absolutely possible. I do not agree that every single phone call is a setup.
But today
I know that there are a shit ton.
Today was mostly set up phone calls.
What do we got next? Just tell me.
What happened next was the porn thing in Florida from Tom in Buckwald, Texas. Let's see. Then it was really boring. And then let's see.
We did dad dying advice. All right, let me delete that.
Yeah. Blob. Oh, somebody called it. Tom also brought up Blobbin's cancer. Oh, and then the bubber. Yeah. The next thing is the bubber email.
Sure. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I have these in order, but let's try. And you know what? 1000%. We've said it before, and Dennis agreed with me today. She 1000% still uses like robinquivers@aol.com for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Bro.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Yeah.
By the way, out of everyone from the past, for whatever reason, Bubba's allowed to be mentioned.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because Bubba reaches out to Howard every once in a while.
Or as you guys say, he's down on his luck. Yeah.
No, that was because Howard's agency screwed Bubba over with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they dropped him, actually. They dropped him right after that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go to Robin's email. Let me see which clip is which here. All right, here we go.
Sent it to you. I said, Bubba's thinking about you. And
this is Robin's excuse for not paying attention to any emails that Howard sends her.
why don't you get your email? You drive me
I
fucking
don't
crazy.
have a great relationship with email. I don't like
Well,
email.
you don't check it? I mean, what if you get something? What if they found a cure for cancer and they notified you in email?
If they email me, I'm never going to find
Yeah, you'll drop dead and you'll go, oh, if you only checked our email. Well, so in other words, I shouldn't send you email.
Or you should tell me you sent it. Then I'll go look for it.
Well, how will I tell you? Oh, you mean I got to text you to tell you I sent an email?
I do
Forget
that
it.
sometimes. I do that sometimes.
Wait. Who here, including the chat, still uses email to correspond with people? And now I'm not, when not talking about when like the cable people say, "Hey, your bill."
No. I will do that if I have to send like a document or like a PDF or something. Like if I have to send,
video clips would work.
Absolutely, we forward shit to ourselves on email so you can transfer something. But
Or
as
clips
far
from
as
the
like
show.
correspondence, as Howard is using this in this scenario, who fucking does that? What's the matter? Was Western Union closed that day, Howard? What the hell, dude?
And why wouldn't you
still
just send
does
her a
that?
text? Send her a
Yeah,
text.
Or
Nobody
just
does.
the email. You can do
Do
that.
me a favor. Give Bubba your email and let him write you directly so I don't have to be involved.
Yes, text first, email for official business. Absolutely. I will absolutely email when I have to CC people or, something for like.
Robin said, I have a problem.
I mean, no.
She's an idiot.
Oh, for God's sakes. It was a month ago. I said 2 weeks ago.
I'm
And then he
sorry.
said a whole nice thing about you on his radio show, and I sent that to you. I mean, you're insane. Dude.
You
I
really?
can't get a hold of you. Yes. People,
I gave up
you
on
see, this
email
is,
as soon as there was texting.
Continuing.
Oh, wait, she said something that actually
I
makes
just
sense.
hate it.
I know why you hate it.
Getting it. If I only
How many
got-
things are in your inbox right now? Count.
Oh my
Does it
God.
count? Thousands?
Yes.
Of course, because it's AOL. Because if you look at her cell phone, it's going to say like 2,000 fucking.
Maybe Marcy could help with their emails.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he's going.
You went into that a little bit.
Getting
Exactly.
things done.
Yeah.
Robin, have you heard of this book?
No more.
Yeah, we
Let me
already
send you an
out.
email. I know. I see that. I'm sitting stressing out
I
about
don't
your
even have
email.
your email address.
How about that? I don't even have your email address.
Damn.
How is that possible?
Damn.
You're right, Jeremy. This is Howard's narcissism. He needs Robin to tell him she, in fact, does care. Also, it pisses him off she's making all this money and doing nothing. At least she can respond to his emails. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yes.
But you know what? If I send an email, honestly, I will text the person and say, check your email. Just because you just don't know. You don't know when people check their email. I have 7 different email accounts. I rarely check them all. I rarely check them. And apologies in advance to everybody who PMs me on Instagram. I'm horrible with Instagram. I don't even know how to access messages. And the only one I ever reply to is Ida. I'm just telling you. So I apologize.
Benjamin, I chisel messages in stone and roll them.
Okay, what happened next, baby?
What happened next is the victory lap for Gary Wrong on Springsteen movie.
Okay.
And then he didn't get Howard saying he doesn't get a break on his show. Then Gary saying Coolio is alive.
Yeah,
Coolio's very dead. And then the victory lap for Bigfoot Spider.
Yeah, forget that.
We're not gonna do that.
Did I tell you I could bit by a spider? Okay, just go ahead.
And then Ronnie,
Ronnie's consumed with me. Ronnie's obsessed with me.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Not at all.
Jesus. Ronnie got so many issues. He's consumed with me. He thinks that I think that he abandoned me. He's out of his mind. You got to hear this one.
True.
Ronnie thinks that I think he abandoned.
Do you think people are accusing you of leaving New York behind?
Yeah.
You think Howard feels you abandoned New York?
I feel he thinks I abandoned him.
Do you think Howard feels you abandoned him?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Howard is like obsessed with this train of thought. Laundry
Yes,
room. I'll be your text friend, but you have to PM me on Instagram first, and then I'll probably reply like in August or something. All right. Only I abandoned.
You abandoned me? You're a great guy. What do you want from me? I don't leave my house. How could you abandon me? I abandon everyone. I do the abandoning, not you.
That's right. That's right.
So Howard is very butthurt and we've talked about this when Ronnie left, that we knew he was utterly butthurt, that Howdy had the audacity to leave New York.
How dare you?
To be not near him anymore.
That's
right. Can I just say, Howard could just go like this? Yeah, you know what? I miss you.
He can't.
No, I'm saying if he was normal,
never.
He'd be like, yeah, I miss you around. Period. End the story. Move on. But no.
And I dare say,
20
in
minutes
their relationship, a guy who was with him over 30 years, who was intimate with him, right? He drove him everywhere. He knows his innermost secrets, et cetera, et cetera. I can almost guarantee you that Howard never reaches out to him off air. Never.
Nope. No, he doesn't. We know that for a fact.
And
when Ronnie was leaving, Howard didn't go to his goodbye dinner.
No.
And then Ronnie's come back to town. He has not seen Ronnie, never invited him out to Chimneyville. When
Right.
they were down in Florida, didn't invite him to his house.
Didn't fly him out for share, which was
Did not fly him out for share, which is
like his
wrong.
number one person.
Okay. Let me put shit in perspective. Like
Yes.
I have to.
Please do.
Who you think was more upset? Howard being abandoned by Ronnie, or Ronnie's family being abandoned by him?
Howard be more.
No. We got to keep that in perspective. Ronnie left Bonnie, his children, to go be with a 20-year-old with Down syndrome.
Pulling out the Bonnie out of your asshole, and that's nice. I like that.
Nice put out the Bonnie, but you know what? I don't think they miss Ronnie that much.
I'm just saying Ronnie's a piece of shit.
He didn't abandon Justin Thoreau.
He did not.
So there you go.
Keep it in
There you
perspective.
put this. Keep shit in perspective. And he was literally a stalker that got a job driving a fucking car for Howard.
He wrote him a resume in pencil.
Yeah.
No, crayon.
Crayon.
I'm sure it wasn't that way. It's just
I think it was.
And I have worked with women who were have worked at Scores or the Cabaret, and they have stories of him coming in when he was with Stephanie not there, doing some really shady shit. And this was and this is unsolicited shit. This is like literally standing down, and then I hear people talk. Yeah, I work at Rick's Cabaret. Yeah, that guy from Howard Stern comes in all the time, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, wait a second, Scoresman was
go to
doing
the champagne
stuff.
room.
I don't know if Stephanie was cool with this shit, but and Ronnie, I'll give you a clue. Rick's Cabaret, Asian broad, from the South.
Wow, that's quite nebulous of you there.
Well, that's all I'm gonna do.
So
that should have been from Mr.
I'm sure Scoresman can go through that Rolodex.
She's from China. She's from China Grove. I see.
X,
she's smoking hot.
X, did you get that from Mr. Whiskers?
Yes, that's it.
You gave it to him? Yeah. That sounded like Whiskers.
I would love to. I feel like we need to pull those all together.
Yeah, you said you were gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna do that over the summer. All right.
But you know what? The great thing is, someone forwards this to Rodney. There's no way he could there's no way I could know that without whatever.
Yes.
All right, you're being very nebulous right now.
Well, dude, I mean, I don't blow people up. Come on,
I'm not liking it one bit.
Okay.
One bit.
Okay.
Scoresman got a Blumpkin. No.
What else you got?
There's only so
the
many
next is Superman's James Gunn with Richard's parents.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all.
You don't care about the Superman's James? Those commercials, a full commercial for the
full commercial. James Gunn talking about the fact that he actually did, in fact, use Richard's parents as the impetus for the actors on Superman. Yawn. Nebulous Saviors, obviously reptilian.
All right. Oh, so did you pull the clip of where they started playing Pearl Jam and they screwed up and he actually still had more commercials to read?
Because I couldn't get to what made sense through that whole thing. Because they went into like their music clip, which usually goes back into the show, but then he went back into commercials instead, right?
Yes, for 2 more minutes to make it 10.
Yes, no.
Did you pull the Dave Sims bullshit? No, about the Hey Now? No. Okay.
No, don't care.
How about Deborah in Buckwald, Arizona? Went to Italy.
Yes.
Here we go. And then it brings up Lukas Nelson out of nowhere.
Stars, they're just like us.
Came back from a trip to Italy.
You're so cute. You didn't really take a trip to Italy.
No, you didn't.
You got off the fucking boat, your cruise, for like a day in.
I say she actually just went to the Venetian in Vegas.
I like that. Don't get
she left the country.
Here we go.
And I was hoping maybe visiting the Vatican and seeing all those beautiful antiquities and stuff would bring me good luck, but talking to you guys is even better.
So you thought visiting the Vatican would bring you good luck?
I've never heard that before. It's not the Blarney Stone there, honey.
You're not going to seriously fucking toes of Jesus.
What do you go rub? You rub Jesus's belly and good things happen, or seriously, you kiss a Swiss guard and you get luck. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, you don't get much from the Pope. He doesn't give that much. We give much more.
Is she mistaking the Vatican, the Pope, for the Blarney Stone?
No, she's an idiot. Just listen to the rest.
That's what's going on here.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You don't get much from the Pope. He doesn't give that much. We give much more.
Yeah. I'm not even real religious. We were just kind of doing a cruise and checking stuff.
See, she was doing a cruise.
But I know something, and I know you guys talk about penises a lot, but one thing I thought was interesting there was how when ladies had to go inside of the churches and things and cover their shoulders and knees, but the whole time, all these statues, it felt a little homoerotic penises everywhere.
She happens to be right. I just don't know why she's telling Howard about this.
Because Howard had the same conversation when he went to Italy about David's dick.
Yes.
Wow.
That was exactly what this is. Yeah. It's his homoerotic fantasy. The other thing, though, is that men can't wear shorts into the Vatican. You have to actually wear long pants like an adult and have a button-down shirt on. You can't go in as a slob.
Well, not a button-down shirt. You don't need a button.
You can't go in as a slob.
Your shoulders have to be. You can't wear a tank top. You can't wear a guinea pig. Right. Yeah. I remember.
By the way, this is a great topic to call in and get on the air. You know,
exactly.
It's creative.
Yeah, but it gets cringier if we have any more.
Well, now she's in, so now she can just say whatever she wants.
It gets cringier because
exactly.
It's all set. It's set up though because then the next thing said, "Oh, I went to this big concert at Lukas Nelson," and I'm like,
exactly.
Nobody,
Are you serious?
nobody's looking.
Who? Lukas Nelson. Who's
Exactly. So it's a setup call. That was just a little added stuff to tickle the nuts. But the whole thing was because Lukas Nelson.
Sure.
Every time you guys say Lukas Nelson, I think you're about to say DJ Hyde House.
Hyde House.
So
I mean,
tomorrow,
really, it's like it's driving me nuts.
Xavier, I would have rather heard DJ Hyde House.
Yes,
Seriously,
yes.
the music is that bad. Did you pull the hook from that song? Did you please? Did you pull the hook?
From which one?
His song,
Lucas?
Lucas Nelson's song.
No.
So listen, tomorrow.
Oh my God, the little hook was the worst.
So listen, tomorrow, call in and say Jeffrey Ross, right? He saved my life or something, and you'll get on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're so right. Everybody knows what buttons to push. I'm sure of that.
I kissed Jeffrey Ross somewhere.
Without being like freaking like tinfoil hat, is it they know the buttons to push, or they're instructed to talk about?
They're instructed. They already have people. They've already admitted that Blit has people that he controls. There's people they set up for phone calls because that is their job. What do you think 91 people do? A lot of them help make sure the phone calls are correct.
Remember, they propositioned Cat Girl on our site.
Yes, because
and she was
you
like,
have
"No,
to say this and you have to say that.
I think what happens though is that these idiots do call in and they have a story to tell, and that somebody will then call them back and say, "You know what? That's a great story. Can you do that on Tuesday at like 8:00?"
And let's get together the package.
Then they'll put together a package and they'll put stuff around it and whatever it is. But I think that's what happens. I don't
sometimes the other calls
credit, but whatever.
But there are calls when it's 4 a.m. in California. That is the 38th floor calling in. No one from California is calling in at 4 a.m. I'm sorry, that's not happening.
Yeah, who's up at that hour if you don't have to be?
It's psychopaths. That's who's up at that time in the morning.
Nobody is. Let's just do a little. Hang on a second. Let's just.
What's this?
Hang on.
I'm a very small artist, so I have to wear many hats.
Oh, it's Hyde House.
Into just like producing the music. I'm designing my own album covers on Photoshop. I'm cutting everything in Premiere, doing effects in After Effects, teaching myself German. So I'm trying to do a semester abroad in Berlin. I'm doing like all my social media marketing and everything. So it's really it's a lot of working parts right now because I don't have.
Because I'm an idiot that has no skill set whatsoever.
Wow.
Do you think he's part of the 91 staff who it's like a no-show job? Like they all have their children like working there, just doing nothing.
You know what? There's nothing about Lukas Dell'Abate since like 2019.
He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
So he probably works at Sirius.
I have no idea what goes on with him.
Eventually, I would love to outsource, but I'm a bit of a control freak. So I guess I have trust issues. So like I'm just like, okay, I'll just do it myself. With my music,
I guess his music career is not that annoying.
No, I'm telling you, there's nothing even like on his.
He gave up. I think reality finally set in.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So is he living at home again?
I don't know. I mean, anybody wants to do a deep dive into Lukas Dell'Abate?
I have a feeling that he's living at home, and that's part of the nut that White Gary needs to get a job.
Literally, the last thing we've heard of him is when him and his brother were making hot sauce. Like, no joke.
Oh yeah, that's right, the hot sauce.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a hot minute. They had the Dell'Abate.
Hot minute with hot sauce.
They were literally producing hot sauce that was not like everything's regulated by the FDA, whatever fuck it is.
That's so on trend for 2019.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So then I don't know when this is, but caller calls in to ask who'll be the first to leave if Howard.
Yeah. That's.
So can I play that? Okay,
yeah, sure.
Let me do that.
Hey, Howard. Thanks a lot for everything over the years, too.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Now that you're planning or potentially retiring,
who's going to be the first one of the staff to leave? Who's going to pull the Stuttering John?
Can't believe you got Stuttering John out there, but okay.
You mean to leave before the show ends?
To leave now preemptively.
I don't know. No one. According to my poll, no one has any job offers. They have nowhere to go. Nobody's looking for them.
And he loves it.
Without any resumes either.
No, they have. Nobody responded.
No, nobody responded.
Nobody
The
responded.
guy comes out with everything he's saying makes absolute sense. Here we go.
The hell are they going? No, I mean, any of them would get a job immediately. Are you kidding, Robin? Once
Any
you
of
work
the
on the
Jimmies
show,
ask for them?
Well,
Any of the Jimmies ask for them.
No.
That's so funny.
once you work on this show, immediately, all of show business wants you. It's
But
tremendously
our staff has
difficult.
gotten so large now, and every other show is cutting staff. I don't know if they're jobs.
That's true.
I have listen. I've been
Howard's
begging
destroying
Benji
it.
to leave the show for years. He won't. He won't go.
This is all very, very true. This is all very true. Everybody's cutting staff.
Yes.
It's all Howard's fault.
Because media ended up eating themselves. They literally had a race to the bottom, and they killed the golden goose by having this race to the bottom with all the streaming and shit, and have just oversaturated, and now they're having to contract, and these people are fucked. These people on this show are fucked. They are so fucked. It's great.
In a dying medium. Yeah. Where their jobs, when you have 91 people to do 9 hours of work a week, your job becomes so much smaller. When like Sal and Richard first started, and they would do like all these bits and the funny phone calls and stuff like that. Sure, just go with it. But how many can you do 20 years of Tradio and it still sound fresh and okay? And if you are doing that, how much time does it take you to put that together after doing it for 20 years? This should be like the back of your hand. You should be able to do that in 10 minutes.
But here's even the bigger question. What are they going to do for the next 60 days? Because they're not on vacation. They have to work.
Right. What are they doing?
What's going to happen in July and August up there on the 38th and 37th floor?
A blessed vacation.
You know what? Amazon Prime Day on the 8th. That's what's going to happen, bro. And let me counterpoint with you guys. There are plenty of jobs out there for creative, ambitious people. These guys are a bunch of fucking complacent, lazy ass, no ambition motherfuckers.
Well, let's qualify it though too.
I mean, there's plenty of fucking shit out there.
But there's also a price point for everybody. So
absolutely,
you can be an amazing person who makes $200,000 a year. But some asshole comes in making, 85.
Bro, they're what they qualify for salary wise is like one step below the chick that gives you samples at Costco. Like no joke. Because those girls, they have to actually punch in the numbers on the air fryers and shit.
Yes,
to give you the little chicken nuggets.
Skill set.
These guys don't even have that.
So they're couldn't lazy, even.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hate to tell them, because all people have to do is when they look at that resume on LinkedIn or whatever, then they say, "Oh, what did you do for the Howard Stern show?
It's so
show
niche.
me a reel. Show me a reel." That's what
I was a producer.
Exactly. It's people that know.
So Xavier, you're saying they're not even qualified to lay out the lunch?
Not even close, bro. Not even
close.
I love those old fat broads at Costco, bro. They hook me up with the good shit.
Senior buffet.
And not only that,
do they have nice Peruvian hair?
They do. They got that good hair, girl.
Good hair.
These guys seriously, they have been phoning it in now for a decade at least.
A decade.
So what goes on to your sizzle reel, if you will, being a idiot like JD?
Who's the most prominent dude on the show right now? Who's like you say like the most active? Who? Well, show me your sizzle reel, bro. Is it either
him doing impersonation?
Dude that went to Paris. Is that him?
Now? That's Blit.
Blit. Okay, dude.
Show us your 6 20-second clips from Paris that cost them probably tens of thousands of dollars for you to travel to.
That's fine if it's a goof. If it's a goof or some kid doing that on freaking TikTok, that's fine. But to call yourself a professional producer and say that's what I did, bro, they would laugh you out of the fucking room.
As they should.
Yeah.
And they will. And I hate to say this, bro. Basically, all I can say for these guys is Shuli Network. That's all. That's what's going to happen to them.
But Jonathan Blit would be the first person to tell you he for sure has a job.
Yes.
Cool.
They need janitors.
Awesome.
He's fine. He's
Awesome.
set, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like
those toilets will clean themselves.
And someone just mentioned on name one person that's actually had an actual career. Okay, we got Billy West, and then through embarrassment, John Melendez on the Tonight Show.
See what Benjamin said? Our sizzle reel would be filled with conjoined twins, and that would still even be more fun.
It would be fun. At least it would make someone chuckle.
Here's the brilliance of Blit.
And on another hike yesterday, John took him on a hike.
Jesus
And here he is again, way out of breath.
I keep staring at how everything is going as we're walking, and then I got this asshole asking, what are your 10 favorite animals? I'm like,
where are they sitting?
Where are they?
We're listening to J.D. Holland's 10 favorite animals and why.
I just want to fuck them all, John.
Ready? And
I can't even name 10 animals right now.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
welcome to J.D. Harmeyer's 10 favorite animals.
It'll be less painful when it's gonna happen to
I
him.
can't even name.
These are the bits that they do. This is what John.
This is sizzle reel.
Sizzle
reel.
Sizzle.
Sizzle. That's a sizzle reel.
He's supposed to be a producer that's filming this, right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, that shot's horrible. It's
you really?
Shot.
They
You're
don't
supposed to
care.
get 2 eyes. It's overexposed. It's framed like a donkey's ass. I mean, that's like the few seconds I just saw of it. So he's a producer, and that's the content that he's putting forth. Come on, man. Look, there's like 12-year-old kids on TikTok and Instagram that know how to frame a basic shot for a 10-second freaking clip. This guy is supposed to be a producer. There's no dick.
He doesn't need to know.
He doesn't know dick, dude.
And this is the content for a multi-million-dollar show.
So cute. Look what comes up when I type in Jonathan Blit.
What?
A bit about Jonathan Blit from
Holy
RadioGunk.
Christ.
Look at the kind of stuff he used to do before he was on this show.
Wow, those are some
Nobody does
scary
that.
eyebrows.
He looks like a fucking terrorist.
Oh, absolutely. He should be pulled along the side when he gets on the plane.
Webseriesnetwork.com.
Great question. Qui c'est André Charbonneau? André Charbonneau is the best chef in the world. I'm here to amuse your palate with different tastes and sensations and wonderful things that your mouth has never experienced before. This is André Charbonneau. My background, I was the youngest student to go to the Cordon Bleu.
Oh my God, nobody cares.
Is there a joke
Jesus
here?
Wep.
Web series with André Charbonneau, aka Jonathan Blit, from MTV's Boiling Points, Showtime's Weeds, and the Wanda Sykes Show.
Does he think he's Sacha Baron Cohen or something?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
He literally thinks he is.
Why does this dude look like Anthony Davis died and donated his eyebrows to him?
Ah, yeah, no shit.
I mean, Brezhnev goes, shit, those are some bushy eyebrows.
Jesus Christ.
That's so cute. 4,300 views.
16 years.
16 years, 4,300 views. How cute.
Somebody sitting here?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Oh,
fuck. Your daughter.
Got my latte. I'm about to get my latte on. I'm baby Zero. Gonna go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Please stop. What have you done to deserve this? Please.
That's him.
Yes, it is. Jesus
Look at that
Christ.
overexposure, bro. This is so embarrassing.
I'm Jacob. I think we talked on the phone.
Oh, Christ. Please stop it. Please.
Sherry?
I told you on the phone, no fucking kids.
That's not a baby. She's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please, dear, stop. Please stop.
Yeah, so they looked at these reels and said, "You know what? That's the guy for us.
Tell him
the guy for us."
And Chris Wilding even had less of a reel, right?
Oh my God,
nothing. He had
Please,
nothing.
no. Peace and love with peace and love.
I forgot what it was. Don't show.
With peace and love, please don't.
Put it on Patreon.
With peace and love, please don't. We need a Chris Wilding hating show. A full-on deep dive.
You know what though? It is what it is. It's amateur, low budget shit. But fucking the fact that he comes across as this pretentious, look at me, I'm a big shot, and I'm gonna be even a bigger shot after this is laughable.
Of course it is.
Yeah, he acts like he came from Second City or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But somebody looked at that sizzle reel. Somebody looked at that and said, "You know what? Yeah, I think he'd be a great addition to our show." That's exactly what happened here.
Artie would have destroyed him.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
You're
Exactly.
so right. You're so right. All right.
Total hack pack.
Yeah.
Yes.
That hack pack. That's exactly
The hack
what it is.
pack.
Hack Pack Part 2.
This is great.
Yeah.
Here is Gary, and of course, let's just go back to our beautiful man. Here is Gary doing a read for Total Wine. What does Jeremy have to say?
bad.
The hired staff were hired because they were either ex-interns or super fans. Yeah. All would work for peanuts and aren't talented enough to leave. Yes, of course.
That's
Of course,
it. Bingo.
Jeremy. Of course, that is the story. And Howard knows that. He knows that these people are not hireable, and most of them have never worked anywhere else in their lives. So they don't know how to do anything that another place would want from them. And historically, what is absolutely true is that when you've worked at a company for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it is very hard for you to get another job.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
as soon as you walk in, it's like, what? I don't have the perks I had there. I don't get to leave at 2:00. I don't get to come in only on Mondays. I have to actually do work, and what winds up happening to a lot of these people is they go from job to job to job because they can't find that sweet spot of happiness that you have when familiarity breeds contempt, and they all just do abso-fucking-lutely nothing for a living. They do nothing.
Yes.
These people
and Shuli leaving because they were cutting his salary. That's really telling of what's really going on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it happened to them probably all.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm sure that most of the freelance people got cut, but still, 91 people is a fucking shit.
No, you're killing me with this image, man.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
You're killing me.
But Monique,
yeah.
there was an interesting point when you had the Reddit up yesterday that somebody was kind of wrong, but they were kind of right because the person was going, "Oh, that they have these commercials to pay for the staff." It is kind of right and wrong. What it is Howard paying himself back, but because of the money he has to take out of his budget to pay for the staff. It's him trying to recoup some of the staff cost out of his budget.
Yeah.
Because he owns all that advertising is his. He doesn't share it with Sirius.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
He
Dennis.
never would change that contract. The first contract had it. It would never get changed.
I don't know that to be true.
It was in the first contract. We read the first contract.
And what
we
did
have
it say?
seen the first contract. We have seen it. All that advertising is his. They would never change that. So literally, that's all his. That's why you have such a small slop of advertisers on there. And then when something's not his, you can tell because he doesn't do it.
But you
The
know
Hyundai
what?
commercial.
Double paywall. Fuck off. That you should get that money as well.
Hey, but Buchwald set it up, and they're suckers. They're not very good at negotiating shit. So,
Howard wants to be treated like Oprah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Can we talk about the wedding thing, Mo?
This picture's bothering me. God damn.
Let me just talk about Gary, and then I'll cue that up, okay?
Yes,
on.
please.
So here's Gary doing the Total Wine read, and there's nothing really spectacular about this except for what Howard says in it, okay? So let's listen to this.
They have a great deal. Like if you buy 6 bottles of wine, you get a special price. And if you buy 12 bottles of wine, not the same bottle, you can mix and match, right? Certain ones that they say, and you get what they call a case price, which is much.
Okay, so every liquor store does this in the world.
Yes.
when you buy a case, you get a discount for buying 12 bottles of wine.
Yes.
Anybody who's an alcoholic like myself and Dennis knows that there's a case discount everywhere, right, Dennis?
Absolutely.
Everybody
Everybody
has.
does it.
So
Everybody.
thank you for highlighting something that pretty much anybody who drinks wine knows. But then Howard says this.
It's cheaper. So they have a lot of
Nice.
deals all around.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great organization, Total Wine and More. And by more, I mean, I don't know why people keep a big bar and everything.
Okay, so let's hang on.
What? Wait, if you have someone come over, they may want something else to drink besides what you like. Oh yeah, that's right, the bowling alley bar.
He is in the bowling alley bar.
I know.
He's in the Hamptons, right? That's where he is right now.
Look at that. Why do you have to keep a big bar?
Why do you have to keep a big bar? That's right.
Wow, look at that. Keep a big bar.
That's right. Let's continue. Hold on.
I just realized, we're not big drinkers or entertainers, and we had these bottles of champagne hanging around, and then
Your wife drinks no less than 2 glasses of wine every single
Which means a
night.
bottle.
Every night.
I realize they're over 10 years old, and they say they go bad after 10 years. Like literally just had them sitting around because we've been giving them as gifts and things. Like now you got Total Wine and More. When you need something, you get it. They deliver.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
No
like
shit.
every liquor store in the world.
But
And
listen, he just said no one comes over. Lately, he's been saying a lot of celebrities he's been hanging out with, so I don't know what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't entertain. He just stays at home and does nothing.
Right.
You know the way.
We will have a break-in episode this summer with Robert Downey Jr. again or some shit like that.
Now, you know what? He didn't do it last. He's only done it like 3 or 4 times in the 10, 20 years or whatever fucking.
It started last year, though.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen again.
Yeah. No,
Like he'll make some shows up because
Fallon will come back over.
Those shows actually counted as shows, so he'll do it again to cut December down.
All right, let's talk about this really quickly, just for a hot minute before we get to the end of the show. And Lukas
Nelson.
Nelson, right? So, how much is Howard just beside himself that he is not of the top elite?
Oh,
that will be at the Jeff Bezos.
Oh God, he's got to be absolutely just killing himself.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously, it's got. And you know who's gonna be worse? Beefus. Beefus has got to be absolutely beside
100%.
itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it would want to be there so bad.
What did you say about them today?
I said that she would do an Al Qaeda beheading of cats.
Absolutely.
She would have them in the little orange jumpers, and she would saw their little heads off just to be at that, just at one of those parties, let alone the wedding.
First off,
do you think Howard's met him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because there was that rumor that was absolutely true that they came and looked at Howard's house in Palm Beach. But look at what fucking freaks they are. No joke.
Yeah, well,
she's a goddamn freak, and she used to be adorable.
That's kind of sad.
And Jeff Bezos turned into a Bond villain.
Yeah,
From a nerd to a Bond villain.
Yes, absolutely. Let me get him. And he still has
Amazing when you work with the CIA, what happens.
He has a bizarre lazy eye too. Fucking freak. And he's all jacked up now. I'm sure he does like what is that called?
Growth hormones?
Yes. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he looks like Dr. Evil or whatever.
Yeah, he is. He's a Bond villain. He's become a Bond villain.
I mean, this is that guy.
That's him right there.
Yeah, this is the same guy.
And he was married above his weight there.
Oh, absolutely. And that's not saying.
He was married above his weight.
Right. That's that guy. And let's see. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Geek. Fucking geek. Marrying this freak. There's worse pictures of her. This just happens to be a
I mean, does she must do like some sort of tricks or something.
Look at this one. Look at her.
I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking.
You know what? He would never get somebody like this in real life. Like, ever.
Well, no, but having a bank account that with a lot of zeros in it does help.
Oish.
Whoa! Jesus Christ, that's harsh. That is harsh. Last time I saw lips like that, they had a hook in it. It was it was bad.
I can't imagine what that looks like waking up. You know what I mean?
It's got to be rough.
That's got to be a rough
I think maybe there's monkey sex or something going on, so you don't mind.
But you know what? She, like Beth, is going to be absolutely whatever he wants her to be.
Exactly.
Whatever you want, baby. That's what I got.
Jesus.
They are quite freakish. So anyway, oish, oish, oish.
Well, at least throw the cleavage out there to take away from the face.
Oh, but they're like, like rocks. They're like fucking rocks. Look at him.
Well, they went to Beefus's surgeon.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. So anyway, so who's going to this shindig, Xavier?
Anybody that's anybody. That's who's going.
Well, it's only 200 people, so it's
that's what I mean. Anybody that's yeah, I mean, you have to be somebody.
What we realize is this is why he hates Oprah, because he thinks that he is Oprah of radio.
Yes.
And he doesn't understand why he's not as iconic as Oprah is. Because Oprah gets invited to a fucking paper bag opening, but she will go to the Jeff Bezos thing. I mean, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So we got Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, of course, because that's her scissor sister.
Yes.
Eva Longoria. Let's see, who else do we have?
Tony Gonzalez is going to be there.
No, wasn't she married to him?
Yeah, but Tony Gonzalez is going to be there. That's weird.
Sanchez X and NFL legend Tony Gonzalez, considered one of the greatest tight ends in history, and his wife, October Gonzalez, Friends of the Fly Who Flew to Space author, are also expected to attend.
Jesus
then you
Christ.
got Ivanka and Jared. Who else? Xavier, where are you? Oh, did we lose him?
His internet probably took
Hello.
or he hit the wrong
Oh,
button.
it didn't. It did not.
What happened? I was waiting on you to
What was
tell
that?
us who else was invited to this thing. I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh,
who
was Mr. Whiskers invited?
Oh, here's the invite. Let's see. We're excited for you to join us. We have one early request. Please, no gifts. Yeah, because what the fuck do you buy?
They're gonna buy him on Amazon.
They give him a Prime
Give
gift
him a
card.
Prime membership.
Please get me Amazon gift card. Instead, we're making contributions in your honor and with gratitude to you for making
North
the
Shore Animal
to celebrate the massive Venice. Donations on your behalf are being made to the UNESCO Venice office to safeguard the city's irreplaceable cultural heritage.
Oh,
Because-
please.
Yeah,
Here,
right.
okay, are you ready?
You go.
Okay, here we go. Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, Oprah Winfrey, Katy Perry, Gayle King, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Eva Longoria, Selma Hayek, Barbara Streisand, Miranda Kerr, Suki Waterhouse, whatever the hell that is, Robert Pattinson, Bill Gates, Eric Schmidt, the Murdochs, Carly Kloss, blah, 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 Paul Tudor, whatever the fuck that is, David Geffen, Mick Jagger, Leonardo DiCaprio, Orlando Bloom, Jewel, Toby Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Deborah Lee, Jessica Alba, just to name a few.
Wow.
Oh my God! If I was Howard, I'd be upset. Jules going.
Dude, but I mean,
do those lips even close?
No, they don't. I mean, that's why he has a smile on his face.
Christ.
He's using the wrong eye to look at her, bro.
Which camera?
Yeah. She listened. She begged him. So good for her. Good on you. Good on you.
Wait. What? She begged him to get married?
She bagged.
Oh, bagged him. Oh,
the
yeah.
wealthiest men in the fucking world.
Yeah, but she was cute when this started. She was like,
Oh yeah, look at that. She looks normal there.
No, not really.
Well, more normal than now.
What are their ages? Do you know?
Does it really matter, bro?
Doesn't matter.
I am curious.
This is literally one
His
like
age
remember
is
like
billionaire.
this is like one of those black and whites where it's like Frankenstein versus the werewolf.
61.
And what's I don't even know her name.
55.
Sanchez. Yeah.
Okay.
It's over the hump. Oh well.
There you go.
Wait, I want to show you how cute she used to be.
Yeah, it needs to do a trade in.
Let me show you how cute she used to
Yeah,
be.
she was on freaking was it Channel 5 in LA or whatever.
Yeah.
Cute. Look how cute.
Yeah, it was.
Normal girl. Cute and normal.
Yes.
Now,
Oh.
now.
Ah.
Now. Look how cute she was. Adorable.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing she really does have going for her is she knows how to fly a helicopter, which I find, fascinating.
Awesome.
Really? That's what they call it.
Yes.
Yeah, look. Then and now.
It's a video.
Oh, I don't like a video.
This was young.
Is that Mark Zuckerberg?
Is that her quinceañera?
There she is, young girl. So even though she was a cute girl, listen, she was a cute Spanish girl, adorable. So whatever. Okay, goodbye, Laura.
Is that her plastic surgeon?
No, plastic surgeons go on YouTube all the time so they can discuss other people's plastic surgery. It's
a great niche.
But yeah, absolutely. Beth would drown every single fucking kitten.
I know. I hope she's screaming at Howard.
Oh, absolutely.
She would cook the goddamn rabbits. She wouldn't.
Jewel got invited. Jesus Christ, Jewel.
Yeah, can you imagine all the fucking private planes that are outside of Venice's airport right now?
Oh, Venice is already crowded as shit anyway, and I can't imagine. Jesus
sewage.
Christ.
I can't even fucking imagine.
I can't fathom. And they're
So-
doing it now.
What?
It's soon, the wedding.
Yeah, what's the date on that? This
It's
weekend.
next month. It's
fucking
literally
hot as
about 4 weeks.
No.
It's hot as shit over there.
Coming right now. It's
Okay, well, you correct me then. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ, it is hotter than shit over there. They had a huge heat wave.
No, because people are already arriving there for the weekend. So
No. They're having literally weeks worth of pre-wedding parties.
Jesus
I understand that, but I think
Okay, well, I mean, cool.
they just saw things with Ivanka and Jared just arrived in Italy for the pre-party.
For the pre-party.
The
Pre-party.
Date of Jeff Bezos' wedding. All right, let's see. Ceremony. Yeah, so they rented out like some island. Okay, 3-day event runs from June 24th, that's tonight, to the 26th. So it's as we speaketh.
Yeah,
And he proposed with a 30-carat pink diamond ring.
That's all?
Yeah,
Cheapskate.
But why?
Jared.
Why does he have to do that when, I mean, you just say, hey, bitch, this is my bank account. Okay.
Exactly.
You need anything else?
I'm sure there's a really, really tight, locked up fucking prenup in that family.
You think? I think he could afford a good lawyer.
The
for some
last broad got like what, $2 billion?
Yeah. Oh my
Literally,
God.
his wife got like a couple $1 billion.
Love the idea of this. If somebody wants to take on this project, by all means do so. The Hitler downfall reaction tape. Make it one of Beth reacting to not being invited to the Bezos wedding.
I don't have
that's
talent
too
to do
easy.
that.
I love
that.
that.
Was me 10 years ago. I don't do that anymore.
I love that. All right. So then after an inordinate amount of commercials,
Yes.
we have
18 minutes of commercials today.
So now Lucas sounds like a very small person. I don't know anything about Lucas Nelson.
He's a
other
nepo
than
baby. That's all you need to know.
fucking blowhard.
Nepo baby.
A total nepo baby. So he's 6 feet tall, which is kind of curious to me because he sounds like a small. He sounds like a
wee
little
man.
person. Yeah, he does sound like a wee man. So here he is, and this is just a couple of key clips of Lucas letting us know how amazing he is, even without his father's name. So you could have gone out there and not been Lucas Nelson. You could have just been Lucas.
Mo, I just want to say something important.
Yes.
This week, Dax Shepard, the podcaster from Punk'd, had Brad Pitt on his show. Howard has this guy. Done.
Yeah, I mean Brad Pitt, who has a movie coming out this Friday called Formula One.
Yes.
And Howard had no one on from there.
Yeah,
including Brad
91
Pitt.
people. Brad Pitt, what happened?
Oh wait, and tomorrow we have a washed up. I mean, literally a washed up.
Yeah, but
comedian.
Look
who
how
had
nice
cancer.
it is that Howard has him on because he's trying to get his name out there.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Christ.
So here's Lucas. Yeah, here we go. So let's just put Lucas up on the screen. I will also check on the Twitter machine and see if he's on there. Let me look real quick. Hold on. Sorry.
I'm trying so hard with that hanging hat.
Ugh.
The song was so bad. I mean, honest to God, wow. I mean, I've stepped on my cat and heard better sounds. I mean, seriously, it was so bad.
Well, he has this weird little voice. Here he is.
It was just not good.
Here he is on Stern Show. I'm not going to play the music, but let's.
There's only one line you got to play from the hook.
Gave away my favorite toys.
Gave away my favorite toys. I'm smoking once again.
He's trying so hard to sound like his dad.
Oh, but
That's
it's
literally
so
what he's trying to do.
whiny and nasal.
Well, it's not well. I mean, he's doing it, but it's not good.
Mo, out of 100 people, how many people do you think know this person? I never heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
Never heard of him until this
I
week.
googled him after he said he was going to be on, and then we saw that it was,
So Howard has no idea what playing us out actually means. He really does. He has no idea what that means. When you say that, it means they're going to come on right at the end of the show, play a song, and then the show ends.
And then
that
go
is
to
playing
commercial.
us out. There's no this is your wiki.
Right.
And it was a half hour. No, I'm sorry, a 40-minute. This is your wiki. No one gave.
Well,
a
let's listen. Let's listen to the
There was
Nelson.
no thing playing us out.
No, play us out. Here we go. He's a little annoying, and he's very full of himself.
Son's got it.
It's funny because
That's funny. Hysterical.
on this album we've got, there's the first song I ever wrote, and it was about when I was 11. It's called "You Were It," and it's just it's a great song, and I don't.
He wrote it at 11. Yeah.
think that since I've written a song that's better. And my dad heard it back then, and he was blown away. So he cut it and recorded it and put it on his album in 2004. And Chris Christopherson heard it, and he said, "Man, you don't have a choice but to be a songwriter."
Yeah, you were destined for it.
You know?
No, he had no choice. He had no choice. He had to do it. Otherwise, it would have been bad luck.
Yeah, because you had so much life experience at 11. I can see how it could convey into being the most amazing song you ever fucking wrote in your life.
Really inspired me when I was a kid to just, okay, not only do I love it, not only is my dad proud of me, I have these incredible mentors around me. And if I actually if I'd spend time like an Olympic athlete would spend time on this, then I have the right people around me to where I'll have an avenue to take care of myself when I get older. And then, I really wanted to make my dad proud by being completely self-sufficient.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? If you want to be self-sufficient, you literally could have called yourself Lukas Dell'Abate. Nobody would have known who you were. And you could have just tried to go out there and sing your music and see what that did for you. And most kids whose parents are incredibly famous and popular and wealthy, most kids know that they can't do it without their parents giving them a little shove up their ass.
He's so full of himself.
Ugh, the worst.
That he believes that he actually has something resembling talent. Unfortunately, I heard him actually do his song, and I now really know that he does not have any talent. The other part is him saying there, I want to be able to take care of myself when I'm older. Yes, it's called your father's inheritance.
Exactly.
Because you're a horrible singer that probably plays at friggin'
county fairs. I
mean, you literally are a county fair performer.
Right.
And not a good one.
Chubby / wannabe over here. And what's with the fucking hat? You know what?
He wants to wear the hat.
Gotta wear the
hating hat.
You know what? The funny thing about these fucking people, and I'm sorry, I don't care where you live, but you know what? You don't have to travel with the goddamn cowboy hat.
Yes,
he
does.
Won't. You just don't. Throw on a baseball
hat. With the hat. You gotta wear his hat because he's wearing a hat. Yep, because that's who I am. I wear the hats.
You need a special fucking box for that shit.
Absolutely.
It's literally like traveling with a child or with a pet.
Absolutely.
That fucking hat. That hat is like a security pet.
And that hat was probably $500. He's such a struggling artist with a really expensive Stetson because that's the way it should be.
And he sounded really boring.
Oh, he's so boring. Here. Did you know he's just like Tony Bennett? Just so you know. Here we go.
I was actually talking to a friend of mine about nervousness before a show, and we were talking about, they asked me, do I get nervous? And I get butterflies, and the butterflies channel into a great performance. And I'm actually worried if I don't have the butterflies because it means that I'm either really tired.
Yes, JJ Thrash. Yes, that's what I really wanted to say.
Shit.
But you know what I'm saying. Okay.
Might not give an inspired performance because it's just, so if I get nervous, I'm happy because I can take those nerves, and because of the practice I put into what I do, I can be like, all right, I care about the performance, and that's good.
Wow, this is
That's what I'm
horrible.
living
Can I
with.
say?
Yes,
listen,
and it went on forever.
And I heard,
bro, what?
funny enough, I had that conversation that someone sent me a clip of Tony Bennett saying the exact same thing.
Sure.
So there's
yeah, that's exactly what.
Sure.
Wait. Is he playing him out?
He's gonna.
No, eventually he plays a song, and it's
can
bad.
I-
What is, for credits. I don't know what that means to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show? Yeah. All right, go. In 5, 4, 3.
Can I say he looks like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future 3? He looks ridiculous.
He's ridiculous.
He looks like a little boy with the hat.
It's a trope. He's a trope. That's what he is.
He's a meme.
He's a meme.
He's a fucking meme. Oh, I just wanted to hear us to play the hook.
I guess you're not gonna get it.
No, because I'll read the hook because I wrote it down because it's so fucking horrible.
Go ahead.
All the devil did is chew his dip and spit. That was the hook. That was the fucking hook of the song. That was the hook of the song.
Started playing and writing.
The worst song ever written.
Is there any part of you that said, I want to be close to my father? This is the way to do it.
Oh no.
Exactly why I started playing music, because my dad would leave all the time and I would be naturally upset as a little kid. And I knew that if I learned how to be a great musician,
God help us,
you would be bonded.
If I learned how to be a great musician, we would be bonded. Who the fuck says you're a great musician? Who but you?
Did forever.
He says he is.
Pressure though on a kid, right?
I like Howard 180 miles away.
You're great as him. It was just about speaking the same language.
No, your love language with your dad.
Dude, I could smell summer's rain. Is it so douchey? The fuck?
You know,
what's the
you know,
point
he
of
reminds me. Wait, he reminds me of somebody.
Give it to me.
I'm trying to wait. I'm looking for it.
Okay, I'll play this while you're
I
doing
wanted
it.
to make him proud by not needing him. I just put 70,000 miles on a 91 Econoline Ford.
Oh, you're so proud of yourself that you had like a cheap Econoline.
Did you take it out of here, Savior?
15 years.
250 shows a year straight, and
250
here it is.
shows a
See,
year.
this is what he reminds me of.
Bring out the Gimp. I think the Gimp's sleeping. Well, I guess you just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
Yeah.
Tell me he's not him.
He's the Gimp.
No, he's the cop there.
But now I can say
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay.
All right, so apparently playing out the show doesn't mean playing out, but
No, it doesn't. No.
Let's go there though.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Watching you guys play that together. Oh my God.
On TV.
It's a great song, man. Fucking great.
Thanks. It's
Look
fun.
at you. You show off. Unbelievable. I mean, that was just great. What I mean, with the fiddle and the whole thing and the band, the drums and I mean, it's fantastic.
Just everything.
I got
just a fiddle
for
and
doing this
drums.
today. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for
yeah,
having
really
us on
appreciate
here.
Oh,
it.
this is end of show. I went right to end of show.
All right, wait, hold on a second though. It was so funny after they played the twangiest friggin' hillbilly music ever played. They go, you know what? That almost seemed like rock and roll. On what fucking planet there, Pelican? There was a steel guitar and a fiddle. Last time I looked, rock bands don't have steel guitars and fiddles. It's just not there, man.
Wyatt
Slurp.
All right, here we are. End of show. Let's do this.
Mr. Dangles. Wait a minute. Was there a juice harp?
No, there was
No.
not.
No.
All right, here we go. End of show.
This
Thank
today.
you,
Thanks,
Howard.
guys.
Thanks
yeah,
for having
really
us on
appreciate
here.
it. Great,
Yeah.
great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Lukas Nelson, everyone.
Yeah,
great job.
Thank you.
And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Great way to end the show. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Jeffrey
that
Ross
sounded
will
like
stop
an
by.
orchestra, Howard. That didn't sound like just a band.
Doesn't sound like any guitar I've been playing. Look at that. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Dismisses Blobbin. Yeah. Totally dismisses Blobbin right at the end. She finally gets to talk after 40 minutes and just dismisses her.
Does he control her mic?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Yes,
so
he
he
does.
put it on for a second. Bye. Okay.
Well, no, usually that's the classic thing that we always talk about is that, she comes in for like a minute before the guest leaves so that she can say how wonderful they were. And
it's the fat lady singing. It's literally it's the high sign that it's time to go when you put Blobbin on.
Yes. Well, look at this. Look at actually a person on Rumble. Hi, Brand.
Hi.
Oh my God. Hi. Hi. All right. That's all we got for you tonight.
That's all we got.
Mr. Judy Tenuta for coming in and sticking with us. And thank you, boys, for blathering.
Stop. Hang on. I had to do a new outro.
Hold on. I wait a minute. I have plugs.
Stall like for 2 seconds.
I have plugs.
Oh my God. Go ahead, plug.
All right. So I am doing a live on Thursday night and send in to DJ's Classic Garage at gmail.com a picture of you in your first car with a little story. And we're going to have a discussion on first cars. And I'm going to pick one person who I think has the coolest, whole vibe with the first car kind of thing. And they'll get a piece of, DJ's Classic Garage merchandise.
Oh my goodness.
Some swag? Let me see that t-shirt. Ah, so cute.
I told Dennis I think I had the worst first car.
What?
That's fine. I may have a chance.
What'd you have?
Yeah. You ready?
Yes.
Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra.
Nah, it's not even close.
That's not terrible?
That's not even close to the worst car.
Not even close.
It's bad, though.
All right. Mrs. Chair, her first car was a Ford Pinto with a hole in the floor.
Ooh, that's a hard one to beat. That's a hard one to beat.
And it was green.
My girlfriend Roxanne had a royal blue, ready? Volare. Yeah.
We had a Volare. My family had a Volare.
And then
it was brown.
This guy Carmine that I knew had, what was that bubble car that was all glass?
Oh, a Pacer. A
AMC Pacer.
That's a pretty bad car.
In orange.
Yeah. And then my friend Louis had a Fiero that I was in with him when he was driving down the boulevard, and the fucking tire twisted off of it. And we ran right off of the road onto the sidewalk. Yeah, it was very, very fucking frightening.
Nice.
My first car was a 1967 Mustang, 4-speed. And it was white. And I brought it to Earl Scheib painting place and painted it glossy black, and I had that for about 5 years, and it was an awesome car. But it just burped fucking smoke. It just. I took it out to the Hamptons. I took it everywhere. Fuck it, I didn't care.
Oh, Jeremy Harrelson.
Oh, tithes and offerings. Also, Dennis, I liked your video on Fox Body Mustang.
Why, thank you.
Oh, you're so good.
I did on the Fox Body how it brought muscle back.
Yeah, look at you. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much.
So people are enjoying my story of the R body.
I see that.
Yes, today I got another 1,500 views on it.
Yeah, did Whiskers say what his first car was?
I've said it before. It's an 84 Ford Escort with a salvage title.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about like lowest fruit on the fucking tree.
We all had some fancy cars.
I don't know. I had an EXP, an 82 EXP, which was
I remember that car.
It was ugly and slow.
Sporty Escort.
And I had a Lynx station wagon, an 85 station wagon, brown on brown.
Did people tell you slow down, man? At least leave some of the pussy for us, bro?
Exactly. That was killer. Actually, no. The good thing is I was in college when I had that, so actually it was pretty good for broads because I had
a car.
Yeah, I had a
Dude,
nice
the
car.
only
We
way
go to Ybor all the time, and nobody would steal it.
The only way I could get pussy if I hit it with my fucking car back then.
Oh Jesus.
I didn't drive until I was like 22 years old. So I bought a car that I wanted because I could at that point finally afford
Blood,
one.
you fucking duh.
Well, no, I took the train. I mean, I lived in New York. I mean, nobody really.
Because Boo takes the morning train. She works from
Guys would
9
lend me
to
their car
5 and
all the time. I would drive like my friends' Camaros. I would drive their IROCs. I would drive their Cutlass Supremes. And what was the other car that looked just like a Cutlass Supreme?
The Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Oldsmobile 88 also looked like.
Yes.
Wow, I feel good now.
Yes.
Yeah, you were far from the bottom of the barrel with that car.
Next time we'll tell our second cars.
Oh yeah, I have a good second car.
For me, it was Jeep.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
I know. Well, I've already said what my second car was.
Well, we'll discuss mañana. So we're gonna leave. It's been 2 hours. It's 10:45.
I thought today was Wednesday.
No.
Joke. I thought today was Wednesday.
No, we still have
I thought
another.
this is the last show.
We still have another day. Yes, I hung out with a bunch of Guidos.
She was in Brooklyn. What do you think she's hanging out with?
What do you think I'm hanging out with? Are you kidding me? All right, friends. Thank you. Thank you for sticking it out with us. Thanks for hanging with us. We always love you guys being with us. And we shall see you anon for the final show. I mean, not our final show, but his final show.
His show.
Virgo.
We'll keep our
I kind of Monique and I rock with a side ponytail. Oh my God. I'm going to find pictures. I'm going to do that.
Sounds cool.
All right. Bye, friends.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.